He's back for the Senior Bowl. Good trip. Dallas was a challenge.
I'm real happy to be home. Let's put it that way.
Sure you are. We're happy to have you home. Flostradamus back in the saddle once again here at Radio Ranch. As today we're going to get into the full recap, obviously, of the Senior Bowl. He'll tell us all the great things that he saw from the Senior Bowl practices. And we'll do the all Senior Bowl team as well today, and look back at some of the more recent Senior Bowl teams.
Senior Bowl teams past. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I learned from the Senior Bowl team? I'm not bad at this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay at what I do.
We'll get into all of that, of course, and we have, if you need it, if you need anything, go get it. Go get it, because they're out there. They are out there. We got winter weather coming into the area. School closed early today. Got that message while I was at the I don't know.
Listen.
Their school's full of liberals. It's probably all over the walkout or something. Who knows? Anyway,
that would be at Sports Take ESPN. You got a little mouthy while I was going.
We're gonna play like this is a weather thing. Anyway.
You got real mouthy while I was going, I see. I see.
School letting out early today because we got wooski winter weather on the way. Hang on, I got to turn your headphones up because Chris was in here.
Yeah, I always know when he's been here because he can hear.
Is that better?
Yeah,
right,
much.
Right there? All right.
I actually can hear myself now. At this point, the headphones are no longer just decorative, which they were earlier.
Chris Womack comes in for Womack Wednesdays, and he puts those headphones on over there, and he goes, "Can you please turn it down because I can't hear my own brain?"
Yeah. You don't realize how deaf you are. I think that was one of the funniest things said to me while we were gone. Megan looked at me, and she said, "You're selectively deaf." Because you don't hear anything you don't want to hear, and yet you are like a feral cat when any random noise around the house happens.
Right. We have anywhere from 3 to 8 inches of snow coming our way over the next couple of days. Starting tonight, it's all going to come in. Unfortunately, the Weather Channel, our lovely Ray Stajic, updated us this morning on WWNC and said that it's probably going to start as rain tonight. So that means we're going to have a nice little thin layer of ice.
So you mean we're going to do the same thing I did in Dallas?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll see y'all next Thursday.
We're going to have a thin layer of ice on the bottom of whatever dry, powdery snow that we get from this thing.
Yeah, sweet. I'm going to sit in my house till next Thursday. So I hope y'all really enjoy today because it'll be the last time you see me that I'm not at my house.
Right. So anyhow, we will have all of the updates for you on News Radio 570 WWNC. We'll be running updates on ESPN if need be. If it gets really bad, we'll have our usual weather reports out there. But number one rule, get what you need, go home, and stay home all weekend. It's not going to be a good weekend to be out.
Oh.
I mean, unless you want to go sledding or something, then maybe it'd be fine for that. But don't try to drive anywhere this weekend.
100%.
Absolutely not. Like I said, we are looking to up to 8 inches of snow in spots around western North Carolina. They're calling for up to 10 inches of snow in Wilmington.
Which is nuts.
And
as a guy that just left Dallas, they got 2 inches, and I'm telling you, it was like watching cats in boots. I can't wait to see the pictures from Wilmington. They're just out there like, are we dead?
Yeah.
I think we're dead.
Yeah. Winter Storm Gianna coming through western North Carolina, eastern North Carolina. I mean, the whole state is just going to get socked. Tomorrow.
Nope, we're not calling it Winter Storm Gianna. I've made an executive decision.
Okay.
We're calling it, we're going to do what I've always said. If you're going to call a storm something, it should be reflective of what the snow is, or of what the storm is.
Right.
So we're going to call that. So we're at G. I'm assuming it's
yes.
G.
Yes.
Okay. We'll call this one Winter Storm. Good God Almighty, I hate this.
I was going to go with giant pain in the ass, but okay, that'll work as well. So the winter storm coming through. Keep tabs on everything. Like I said, just get what you need. Stay home. I was at Ingles Supermarkets, low prices, love the savings. Not an hour ago, I left there trying to get all of my, as much of the supplies as I could find. They're fine. There's no shortages. It was just I was on a time crunch of I got a show to do and I got to get out of here, folks. So I grabbed what I could in the time that I had and got on out of there. But, get what you need. Stay home this weekend. We have Senior Bowl recap on tap here. So yesterday, when we last left our draft hero, he was getting ready for day 3 of the Senior Bowl practices. So catch us up if we missed the special episode last night.
No, last night Bill Workman had to sleep a couple hours because we had to take off. We took off at 1 a.m. this morning.
Oh, okay.
So I did all of the work to put out stuff over the weekend. I'll do some live stuff from my house if I keep power. But we had to get out of there.
Yeah.
We were looking at the numbers, going, okay, to do a show tomorrow, I've got to be back in Asheville before 11 o'clock.
Right.
The way it worked out. Hey, everybody sleep about 2 hours, and then we're gonna get in the truck. We don't have a good on time, which is exactly what we did.
Good for you.
So I'm running on about 90 minutes sleep.
Right.
Yesterday, you saw a few of the more mid-tier guys. I thought Taylor Greene had a really good day yesterday.
He's had a good week, right?
Taylor Greene is how I want women to look at me, of just everything about you is perfect until you open your mouth and you go, oh, that wasn't perfect. Because Taylor Greene looks like Thor, God of Thunder. But I think it takes him 6 full minutes to throw a football. He has one of the longest deliveries I think I've ever seen, and it seemed like it got longer. The more we were out there and the colder it got, the delivery just got longer and longer and longer. But, I mean, look, I do like him. I think he's going to run. I think he'll, think fast, run fast. And of the quarterbacks there, he was my favorite. That's kind of like being the youngest one at the nursing home, but it doesn't really mean much. But he was my favorite one in Mobile. Garrett Nussmeier, I'm convinced, has been possessed by the devil at some point, because I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback go from he's going to be a top 5 pick to he's going to be a top 5 Geico insurance salesman about 3 years from now.
Woof.
We started talking on the field. How many years does it take before he's a coach? Does he go the Sean Mannion route where he plays in his league for about 5 years and he's an OC 3 years later? Because he's so smart.
Right.
Because you can hear everything. That's one of the things that I don't think people fully understand when they watch the practices. I can hear every single thing you say. So I'm hearing the play call, and the system is super dumbed down. So I know exactly what's coming every play they call, which means so does the defense. Because they're closer to you than I am. So if I heard you say it, then they did too. Mm-hmm. And then you had a lot of the usual suspects. Kyle Lewis was one of he was one of the MVPs of the week. He was just constantly in the right place. Every single time he turned around. It was like there's just ball. Oh, thank you for continuously throwing this at or to me.
All right, so he was your big winner of the receivers?
He was the linebacker.
Okay.
I do think he was probably the biggest winner of the week. Like, if I was just picking one guy that made himself the most money, it was probably him. Because I don't think I've talked to anybody that didn't specifically ask me, where'd you have him coming into this? I mean, he was a fringe top 100 guy for me going in, so you can just assume where he's sitting at now. But what I want to talk – and I'm glad we're doing this, Tank. I'm glad we're in the same room because I have some grievances.
Okay.
I have some Frank Costanza Festivus airing of grievances.
Okay.
And it's groupthink. I see this every year. I've just never I don't know. Maybe I didn't feel comfortable enough in my position. Maybe whatever. You're the new guy. You don't get to talk about how we do things. There are certain prospects that I have read write-ups from big news entities. and I'm going to tell you this as clearly as I can, and I mean it, and I'm not going to back down from it. Either the people that are writing this are idiots, and I mean, like, does your mommy know where you are right now?
Mm-hmm.
Or they're lying to you. I don't know which one it is, and I don't know why it's happening, but I kept seeing things, and it was like I would see it once, and then I saw it 7 more times as soon as I saw it once. And I don't know if it's Logan Paulson swears it's affirmation bias. Of guys come into this with something in their head. Mm-hmm. They see one rep that steers into what they said was happening, and they go, yep, that's it. And they don't pay attention to squat else. And so I'm going to tell you a handful of things that I saw over this week. And if you hear somebody else tell you something different, that's fine. You can believe them at your own peril. If anybody tells you TJ Parker was good this week, they're either lying, they're out of their mind, or it was affirmation bias. Mm-hmm. They came in here thinking that Clemson messed him up, and the first time he won a rep over anybody, they never watched him again because he was lazy, he was passive, he looked disinterested, and I've seen him on the winners list for practically every person I've seen, and I cannot figure out why. Can't. Cannot figure it out. The people I trust, the scouts, the guys that are paid to do this for a living, we all said the same thing. Does that kid even want to be here right now? I mean, because he's a freak of nature, but he had 3 good reps the entire week.
Yeah.
He had a couple that were fine, but in terms of anything to write home about, no, wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's on the negative side. I don't like being super negative about guys, but I do have to tell you what I saw. Mm-hmm. Then I saw something last night that really chapped my keister. I saw a lot of negative about Caleb Banks, the defensive tackle from Florida.
Okay.
I don't know which guy you were watching. I don't know how you could have gotten confused because he's the one wearing 88, which is a weird number for a defensive tackle, and he's a house. So maybe I need to point out that he's the one that was wearing the orange helmet that said Gators on the side, because everything you said about him does not make any sense.
But he catches punts.
He did catch punt, which was weird. That was a weird way to end that practice. It was a weird – for the last thing that I saw in Mobile to be Caleb Banks catching a punt was a little strange to me. Mm-hmm. But we talked the entire day yesterday. Why is he still here? Why is he not on the sideline with Colton Hood, who, by the way, I don't know why you decided to sit out. I don't know who told you anything, but that's not what I saw. So if you're still sitting there in day 3, I just want you to – or in round 3 – I just want you to remember you took your pads off voluntarily.
Right.
Because I saw a lot of some was fine, left a lot to be desired. But Caleb Banks was really good. Mm-hmm. He did not make the All-Senior Bowl team, and he was the hardest omission that I had. Because I didn't think he did anything great. I really didn't need to see great from him. I've seen great from him.
So
I need to see that he was healthy.
So is it true or false that he was dog-walking offensive linemen throughout the entire week?
He was, if it was, especially when he caught a smaller guy, or he caught a guy that was playing out of position, he was trying to learn a new position, one of those tackles that was playing guard, he ate them alive. I mean, he manhandled dudes. And I've seen him on the losers list for probably 10 different writers around this guy.
Wow.
And I don't know what you were looking at. I really don't. I don't know where it comes from. I tried to figure it out. That was really, I mean, I was like a dog with a bone of, and I'm not going to lie, I had a couple uncomfortable conversations of, hey, I read your article on website blank. Can we talk about a couple things you said? Because they don't make a lot of sense to me.
Okay. All right. Any other major takeaways
that were wrong? I feel like we do this thing every year where we see a kid and what happens in Mobile is nowhere near the film. And then we go absolutely sheep excrement about him. And then he has a bad day 3, and the whole week was basically a wash. Mm-hmm. You know who that happened to?
Who?
Malachi Fields.
No.
The first 2 days were great.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yesterday was not great. And I'm going to apologize in advance. My voice is beat to hell. So I was the most overexposed person in all of Mobile, Alabama. Because I saw a mic and went, ooh, gimme.
Yeah.
So I'll apologize if you hear some unprofessional coughing. I can't always get to the button because I'm in the middle of a word.
It's fine. Totally fine.
So I don't know what exactly it is about guys that they come here and it's like they have to get hot content out and it's got to get as many likes and as many views as humanly possible. And that's all I can figure because I watched some of the same people who had just waxed poetic about Malachi Fields and he didn't even make their winners list.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's bad in day 3. The quarterback play in day 3 was awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was cold. It was dark. They were running full install. That had nothing to do with Malachi Fields. If you liked him on Tuesday, you should have liked him on Thursday. You may have not liked the practice he had, but to say that kid wasn't a winner is just disingenuous. Mm-hmm. I had a handful of guys, a couple that I haven't seen yet.
We've talked about a lot of guys from the Senior Bowl.
Yes.
So, apologize if we've already talked about this guy, but have you talked about Grayson Holton out of Oklahoma?
He
defensive end.
Yeah, he shined in the last day.
I'm watching some reps that he did 1-on-1.
So when you have guys drop out, they replace them with guys.
Yeah, and he was tearing it up.
And by the way, I'm not taking a swipe at the Senior Bowl. You've got to get me a list of who these guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched the whole practice and I didn't know who some of these guys were. Because I don't have a roster that tells me who that is.
Right, that's been part of my struggle keeping up with you from long range of who you're seeing and who you're not seeing. Is you'll mention guys, they're not even on the roster on the website. So,
look,
I would.
And you know what? I'm not throwing. You got a new sponsor this year. The schedule's completely backwards from the way it's been. It was going to be clunky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are guys. That one was. He was one on my list of. And now I'll give the Senior Bowl credit. They sent me all of the tape.
Yeah.
So I have every rep these guys did. Which, by the way, I'm sorry in advance to my wife because I'm going to go ahead and tell you what your weekend's going to look like. There's going to be some snow outside, some chili in a crock pot, and some tape on Jeremy's laptop just going, hey, I saw that guy. I couldn't see him. Didn't know who he was.
This recap I'm reading here about Grayson Holton out of Oklahoma. 3-tech defensive lineman. It says, Holton was a steady problem. Spun around blocks like a tornado and swam over them with a Michael Phelps-esque butterfly stroke. And the highlight tape backs that up, that he did pretty well. A guy that had 8.5 sacks in 2 seasons with Oklahoma. So he's one of the winners that is mentioned here that I did not. I don't remember you highlighting before. But your skill position players, obviously, they get a lot of hype. Did you have anybody else that took a step back on day 3 like Malachi Fields?
Day 3 was just clunky. Quarterback plays, especially on the latter team. Quarterback play was so bad that it's hard to really get a read on any of the receivers. I wouldn't say I took anybody a step back.
Mm-hmm.
There were just guys that didn't really shine through. I mean, and that's one thing that you'll look up and down the roster, and I'll tell you, my number one, the best way I can say a guy did not have a great Senior Bowl week, I go through the roster, I forgot you were here. It's like Joshua Cuevas from Alabama. I forgot he was here. Didn't remember.
Never did anything.
I'm sure I saw him,
to stand out,
but at no point did I ever write down 80. By the way, I do find it funny that now the roster that they gave us that was on the back, now it has numbers. Numbers are there. It doesn't really matter when we're not there. Anyway. So when I see those names and go, oh yeah, Keyshawn Elliott from Arizona State. Only reason I knew you were here is because I watched you get hit in the head with a punt yesterday. And I saw you. It was right in front of me. So I saw it hit you. I didn't see you make a play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I going to hold that against you? Probably not. Because there's a lot of – I also don't hold it against guys that they didn't play in one of these games. A lot of people do. I think you're going to see a lot of top 100 boards, top 256 boards, whatever the case may be, and you're going to see guys that just didn't play in an all-star game. They went down 50 spots. They didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb. If you're dropping guys that much just solely because you haven't seen them, you are way too beholden to the last thing you just saw.
Right.
Also, be very wary of jumping up and down about what you see guys do in shorts.
A lot of dudes can be fast in shorts. A lot of dudes.
These
can be
guys
more
didn't
agile
even
in
put on
shorts.
uniforms until yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not even in game pants. They're wearing sweatpants and shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful of what you glean from that. If the tape confirms it, I'm good. It's when I get a guy that the tape and what I saw here don't line up, those are the guys I want to go back and watch and go, was it the quarterback? If you're a receiver, did you have limited quarterback play? Did that slow you down? This was a terrible year for quarterbacks. You're going to get some receivers that quarterback play just wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my argument to that is, okay, was your quarterback play worse than Ted Hurst's? Because he played at Georgia State. So not exactly the bastion of a high-level FBS offense. But you can see it in him.
Yeah.
He might be a player who's named on the Senior Bowl team.
Could be. Could be. We'll continue the Senior Bowl recap with our triumphantly returned Chet Baker.
I don't know if it's triumphant, but I've never been so happy to see this place in my life. We got back here, and this is the first time I've ever been homesick. I've traveled for a living for 17 years. I've never gone, my God, I cannot wait to see the front door of my house.
Right.
I almost just went and did the show from the house. If I didn't have scheduling issues that I need to be right here for, I would have.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas took it out of me. Mobile was great. Mobile's always great.
Mm-hmm. Dealing with ice and snow in Texas is never a good idea.
It's so brutal. Don't go to warm weather places in the wintertime because you might get screwed, and they get cold weather, and they don't know what to do with it.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll be back right after this.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, nice.
I can't believe it!
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear? Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country. Even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on air in just 48 hours. 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is...
You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
Oh, welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. Sometimes things don't go your way, Jeremy. It's okay. It's you tried to pick something up off the desk and then just threw it back in the floor.
Yep, it fell in the floor. I moved my chair. I had to bend over after I've been in a car for 9 hours. I bent over, sat down, and the second my butt hit the chair, I hit it against my knee and knocked it back in the floor. And I'm like a little kid. I hate this so much.
Sometimes you're just destined to have a struggle of some kind every day. It seems to be the story of my life. I woke up, what was it? I think it was Tuesday morning I woke up and couldn't get my car started, which was fantastic. So I had to get it jumped off, get to work and all the things. It worked fine until the next day. It died later in that day, but the next morning I woke up and the car started. And I was like, oh, that's a positive sign. Today's going to be really great. And then I took a sip out of my coffee, and there was a piece of plastic film in my coffee. Like off of the creamer, I guess. I don't know what it was. Like, can I not just have one day that something doesn't go wrong? It's one of those straw breaks the camel's back kind of thing.
So you sound to be complaining right now. So I'm going to give you a story because she's not here to defend herself.
Oh, dear.
So Friday was that was the best day we had.
Okay.
Between Shrine and Senior.
Okay.
We're at Dudley's. Everything goes well. We got Mark Clayton, who is, by the way, one of the coolest guys. I mean, we've been talking all week long.
Nice.
And I'm like, this is why I do this. So we go through the weekend. The weekend's a disaster. We are frozen in this house. I finally get out Monday. Because I'm like, I can't stay in this house anymore, or I'm going to stick my head in the oven. Like, I can't. Which, by the way, locked. Did I tell you that story? I couldn't even cook anything. So the guy that owned the house sent me a message and said, hey, can we come by and do some winterizing stuff? He stole our propane tank for the grill, which was, by the way, one of the reasons we rented this house.
Awesome.
He also has an oven that has some kind of lock on it. I couldn't cook anything. I had to make, it was the saddest meal in the history of creation.
Did you not call him back? I was like, I can't get
I texted him 4 times. He never responded to me.
Jerk.
Yeah. The review on Airbnb. Cheskis. It had a bunch of big words and several obscenities. So, yeah, that one may not be up for long, but it's worth the read.
Yeah.
The oven has a lock on it. Can't get it open. We're running out of food on Monday. Like, we got to be on a plane tomorrow. It is going to get cold tonight. We have to get to the airport. Sycamore sat on 2 airplanes for 7 hours apiece that never took off.
Oh.
He sat on the tarmac for 14 hours. That's Trevor freaking Sycamore. He works for one of the biggest entities in the country. This is how big a nightmare this was. So I get out because I'm running out of nicotine and I'm starting to get I'm getting a little murder-suicide.
Right,
I'm not going to lie. So I get out, and I see the roads, and I'm like, we're doomed. Like, if we stay here till in the morning, we will not get out of here because there is so much that's going to freeze over. So I come in, and we go fire drill. Pack it up, get it in the car, get out. So I have been slinging suitcases and stuff in the car. And poor Megan, she's the sweetest human. And I just adore her. I do. It's the greatest decision we ever made. She goes to get in our rental car and goes feet over ass going into the car. I mean, it hits like Terry Tate off his linebacker. And she had my drink in her hand. And she just goosed herself. Oh. So now she's got Dr. Pepper in her hair. And she's just bounced off the sidewalk.
That's much worse than plastic in the car.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. You want to whine about a little plastic? You're coming up. 5 foot, 100-pound soaking wet Megan hit the concrete like Ray Lewis just obliterated her. And so we get in the car and we drive down the interstate. And they've put salt on the interstate.
Yeah.
So salt melts snow, especially when it's like it was 28, 29 degrees at this point. Mm-hmm. We get maybe 10 minutes from the hotel because we rented a hotel by the airport to make sure we could get on the plane. Because I'm telling you right now, if I didn't leave Dallas, my physical well-being was going to be in great peril. I couldn't have taken 7 hours on the tarmac. I would have been on the national news.
Mm-hmm.
So we do all of this. We get to, we're up the tollway in Dallas. And apparently the salt truck had just ran out of salt.
Huh, as you do.
And they didn't put a cone. They didn't put a sign. They didn't put a squat. And so this poor little car has hit it at full speed and gone turn 3 at Talladega in the wall. And they have 2 cops standing there like, might want to go over there. There's no lights. There's no beacons. There's no nothing. They're just standing there.
They're just kind of nonchalantly pointing like,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, you should go that way. Well, if I stay this way, you're going to die, and I probably am too.
Mm.
You might want to work on your signage game, Tejas, because you're not doing it particularly well.
Well, now I apologize for saying anything. Screw my problems. That's
Oh, I felt bad for her. I felt bad for her. I mean, because I didn't even see it. I just heard her little tiny body hit the ground with an impact that's usually reserved for, I don't know, bowling balls when they hit pins. And I'm like, it's not going well.
Mm-hmm. We got a nice little piece of advice from Matt in the YouTube comments. He says, when walking on snow and ice, the key is to just shuffle your feet along the ground. Wear down the soles of your shoes, but you won't end up eating concrete, which is a good idea. Yeah, don't lift your feet. Just, scoot along.
I think she was so close to the car that she thought,
I'm safe.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Maybe took her eye off the prize. I don't know. I didn't see it. I saw that and went, you know what? Can we just tell the pilot, maybe Screwmobile? Like, I watch it on TV. I never skip a year. Like, you know what? Just take us home.
Yeah.
Where's home? Asheville, North Carolina. That's like 3 extra hours. Don't care. Take me home.
Well, we're glad that you are home. We're glad you made it. We will get into the Senior Bowl team, the all Senior Bowl team, coming up in just a little bit. Take a quick break here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast. Thunderstorm warning this afternoon through early Sunday morning. Most of our snow tomorrow, though. Might start as a little rain later this afternoon, this evening 40, but quickly over to snow tonight, tomorrow. Blowing snow, maybe even some drifting snowfall, and still think probably going to be in that 5-inch range, probably 2 to 4, 5 inches, somewhere around there. Some may get a little bit more. For the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Local radio isn't just music, it's your community.
The voices you know, the news you trust, and the conversations that matter.
It's all on the free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio. Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
iHeartRadio.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
This is where it starts. Where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. Last night, we actually had one time so far this season where I was actually able to attain a highlight for my news package this morning, or from my sports package this morning on WWNC, from a Charlotte Hornets game. Because it's the first time in probably 10 years anything relevant has happened in a Hornets game.
I'm going to tell you a crazy stat about the Hornets at the end of the story. I just found it out this morning.
Last night, the rookies, the Dukies, had a nice little rookie battle down in Dallas. The Hornets, shockingly enough, won their first one-score game of the season. They had not won a one-score game all year long. Ended up beating the Dallas Mavericks, despite the fact that Cooper Flagg went for 49 points last night. If the game-winning shot had dropped, obviously that would have been a little bit more, but still 49 points. That's a teenager record in the NBA. And now he joins LeBron James and Anthony. What's the kid?
Davis?
Yeah. The kid.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Thank you. I wanted to say Anthony Davis, and I knew that was wrong. Anthony Edwards. They're now the only 3 players in history to have multiple 40-point games as a teenager. Con Knipple, set a new Hornets franchise rookie record with 8 3-pointers last night, and the two Dukies combined for 83 points, which is the most since Pete Maravich and Tiny Archibald in a game back in 1971.
The Hornets actually aren't terrible.
They got a 5-game win streak going.
6.
They're almost into the play-in round. They may threaten for a playoff spot.
So the crazy stat that I learned this morning about the Hornets,
when
they start Miles Bridges, Musa Diabate, Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, and Con K-Nipples, which is what I'm calling him from now on. They're 10-1.
You should probably do that all the time.
100%. Just especially considering the 5 guys off your bench are Colin Sexton, who I know, Josh Greene, who I remember and I'm kind of laughing at, Ryan Kalkbrenner, the big kid from Creighton, Tajani Saloon, and Sonny James. The last 2 names I said could walk through that door right now, and my immediate response would be, who the hell do you think you are? You're real tall.
Right.
But I don't know who you are.
That's insane. You should probably stick with that lineup all the time.
Somebody, I do know who they are, but when they speak, blood comes out of my ears, is one Emmanuel Acho. I don't know why we've made a habit at this point of finding former players that just say the stupidest thing they could ever say, and we give them a camera to do it. But it is starting to wear on me to the point of I want to start a new segment. It'll be a small segment, be 2 minutes every day, and it's called The Dumbest Thing You'll Hear Today. And this is the dumbest thing you'll hear today, but it's something he went on television.
Because any expectation for Shedeur Sanders under Todd.
Yeah, it's that one.
Sorry. That was supposed to be quiet.
It wasn't.
Oh, it was in your ear. Sorry.
Oh, they couldn't hear it?
They could not hear that.
Ah.
Hang on. I could play it. I hope he doesn't cuss in this.
I don't think he does.
Because any expectation for Shedeur Sanders under Todd Monken, I believe, will lead to disappointment. There is nothing about Todd Monken as a head coach that should get you excited. As an offensive coordinator, you could say Lamar Jackson had an MVP season under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, Lamar Jackson had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, you can make arguments under Todd Monken. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships at Georgia under Todd Monken. But as a head coach, no, nothing about Todd Monken as a head man gets me excited. I need to see who.
Okay, so let me see if I understand what you're saying here. So I shouldn't have been excited about Ben Johnson because he's never been a head coach. So do you realize how stupid what you just said was? That means we can never have a new head coach and be excited about it. Do you realize the level of dumbass what just came out of your mouth actually is? Todd Monken was the OC when Lamar Jackson won an MVP. You're talking about a quarterback whose QBR was 18. It's 12 because you showed up and didn't put your helmet on the wrong direction, you goober. How does anybody listen to him ever? He has 22 more NFL tackles than I do. He played 2 years. He had 22 tackles total. And if you take our media working days together, I lapped him so many times that they won't let him back on the track. What in the world are you talking about? Shedeur Sanders, who is one step above the damn punter, should just ignore the head coach. That's your advice. Are you out of your mind? Do you think you're helping this kid? Really? Do you think he heard you and went, Acho's got my back? The janitor in the Cleveland Browns facility has about as much cred as Emmanuel Acho. For the love of God, stop giving these people microphones.
That is another level of stupid.
It's the dumbest thing you'll hear today.
I don't understand.
I'm so tired. All right, I'm going on a rant now because I'm sleep deprived and I'm pissed. Because I just I've spent 9 days in NFL facilities. And do you know how often we talk about people like this going, what in the world are you doing giving these people microphones? Do you know how many smart people there are around this league? Do you know how many conversations I've had on a football field with guys that you have no clue who they are because they're trying to scratch and claw their way through the podcasting world, and we let people like Emmanuel Acho, who hasn't said anything intelligent since the Bush administration, we let this goober on television? For the love of God, do better. And there are about 50 more names here that I could say, but since I feel like this is going to be a daily segment, I don't have to, because give me a couple days and they'll be the one that I'm saying this about. I am so tired of watching smart people get the thumb put on their forehead in this business because we let people like this have a platform. You haven't said an intelligent thing in 6 months, which is crazy because somehow you have like 7 shows, which is nanners. Who's listening to this? Somebody, please God, on YouTube, on Twitter, any of you, do you listen to this? If you do, please tell me why. Because I would kill to hear it.
Well, you listen to it because you're forced to.
I've never, outside of this, I've watched Emmanuel Acho on television maybe 5 times ever, and every time I do, within 10 minutes, I go, what am I doing? Why am I consuming this?
That's what I'm saying. They keep. I mean, he keeps getting put on shows. So if you're watching those shows, you're kind of forced to listen to him. Now, do you comprehend and follow what he says? That's a bigger problem, because anybody can say anything. Hell, I say things all the time. I don't expect anybody to follow what I'm saying, but I would certainly hope that a former NFL player would know better than to tell a young NFL up and comer.
He doesn't
don't listen to your coach.
He doesn't. He doesn't, and for whatever reason, nobody ever looks at him. And you know what? I've made some like career decisions about myself. I feel like I've earned the respect of what I do. Mm-hmm. People may not like me, but I've earned the respect of what I do, and it makes me so angry to watch guys. And I'm not going to give you names. I can. Of guys that were former players, some of them weren't, that are they're working 500 times harder than Emmanuel Acho. And yet somehow we keep lather, rinse, repeating these people on television, and I don't get it. Nate Brown at one point, who is one of the smartest former athletes I've ever met, he looked at me and said, and I quote, just because a guy played does not mean they're smart. Mm-hmm. And I have used that for years. Just because you were big, fast, strong, whatever, and you got to the NFL, it does not mean you know squat about this league.
No.
Not one iota. You might know the terminology, but in terms of what you said here, do you realize how if Shedeur Sanders did that, he'd never play another game in this league?
No.
Because you act like he's something he's not. You act like he's this prospect that teams are just itching to get a crack at. Do you understand that Todd Monken getting this job was because of Shedeur and because the ownership group was making head coaching candidates write essays? It's a dumpster fire on top of a dumpster fire that's poured on hot grease, which is why this is the team that drafted him in the first place. Because if any other team did, he wouldn't be starting. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be talking about Shedeur Sanders and whether he's going to listen to the coach, because he'd be the third stringer throwing to the long snapper on the sideline.
Jeremy, we have breaking news.
Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news?
Breaking news out of Minnesota. Tom Pelissero reporting that a massive shakeup has occurred within the Vikings organization. They have extended Kevin O'Connell, and they have fired Kwesi Adolpho-Mensah.
What?
And they are now looking for a new GM. From Tom Pelissero.
Okay, I'm going to give you some insider on this. I just saw Kwesi Adofo-Mensah.
That was the second thing that Tom Pelissero tweeted.
I just saw him.
Was Kwesi Adofo-Mensah was just in Mobile this week for the Senior Bowl practices, and now he's out after 4 seasons.
I'm trying to remember what day I saw him. I think it was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to need some backstory here. So you're telling me that you let a guy come down here, basically run the scouts. He ran the entire Senior Bowl. And now you're going to fire him now? Why? Why?
Did he come back and tell him that Caleb Banks was a big bust and everybody went, you're an idiot?
Hey, you know what? You know what? I'll bet you he heard that from Emmanuel Ocho. Get him the hell out of here.
The timing is clearly weird. If the guy just spent time scouting your next draft class in Mobile, the timing is super weird. I don't know that it's the wrong call, though.
I'm not going to say it's the wrong call. It's very much the wrong time.
Yes.
There are 2 times to fire a GM. This ain't one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I probably couldn't verify this by the end of the show. I'll bet you I know what happened. I'll bet you the ownership went to him and said, we are going to have to find a secondary option, quarterback-wise.
Yes.
To J.J. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Kwesi Adofo-Mensah said there ain't one. There's not one out there.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a 20-minute conversation about Mac Jones and what he would get. And I'll give you a hint. It's a draft pick that ain't on day 3. Uh-huh.
No way.
For 1 year. There's nobody there.
Yikes.
This quarterback class is comically bad.
Mm-hmm.
Worst quarterback class you've done with me.
Oh, I would say it had to be the Kenny Pickett class.
Mm-hmm. Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral, Sam Howell, Malik Willis.
Yep.
That class was light years ahead of this one.
Well, you only got one.
You have one and then a bunch of
mm-hmm.
And I'll bet you he told the Wilfs, we got to wait a year. JJ's going to be the guy. We can't challenge him. It's only his second year in the system. And they went, nope, you're not doubling down on that mistake.
Yeah.
We got Brian Flores back. The defense should be good. We're not doubling down on this mistake. You let Sam Darnold – I mean, that could be another layer.
It has to be that.
But why'd you not do it 3 weeks ago?
I don't know. I can't answer
him
that.
Being the 1 seed in the NFC wasn't enough. You had to see him take a team to a Super Bowl.
I mean, maybe it did come down to they went, okay, you've been to the Senior Bowl. What's our path at quarterback? Like, would they have sent him down there with that goal of find me a quarterback, find me a solution?
No.
While you're in Mobile, while you're in Mobile, get with the scouts. Y'all figure it out. Either we can draft one this year, we can target somebody, or we can, work out a free agency plan or something. I don't know.
I don't know if he was at Shrine. I didn't see him at Shrine. I stood as close to him as I am standing to you right now at Shrine.
Right.
So I don't just think he was there. Or at Senior.
Yeah.
I don't just think he was there. I know he was there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Tom Pelissero says he was there. So did they send him down there with the mission of, you find us the solution, and then he came back and he said what you said?
Well, I mean,
there is no solution.
The funny thing is he got fired for the first smart thing he said in 2 years. Because he's absolutely right.
Okay.
I hate to tell you this. If you're a quarterback-needy team, take luck.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one team for certain is not going to try to shoehorn a quarterback.
7 weeks, or week 7. That's probably when I would have had my fill with Kwesi. After you had made that call to send Sam Darnold away and keep J.J. McCarthy, by week 7 of this season, we knew how astronomically stupid that was.
Well, I mean, it's very damning when you look, and I believe it was week 7 or 8, when you look around and go, hey, why are the 2 highest QBR quarterbacks in the league? They were both on our roster at one point last year, and we have 9.
Yep.
That should have been what got you,
mm-hmm.
not telling the truth of, hey, this quarterback class is a big old grumper, and probably the biggest one of all time.
Who knows? There it is. Breaking news out of Minnesota. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah out as the GM. Kevin O'Connell been extended. And I can't wait to see what kind of background information comes out about these dealings. We'll be right back here on the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, the all Senior Bowl team coming your way next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast. Weather storm warning this afternoon through early Sunday morning. Most of our snow tomorrow, though. Might start as a little rain later this afternoon, this evening, 40, but quickly over to snow tonight, tomorrow. Blowing snow, maybe even some drifting snowfall, and still think probably going to be in that 5-inch range, probably 2 to 4, 5 inches, somewhere around there. Some may get a little bit more. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-408-4040. That's 800-408-4040.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Now that a new year is here, start 2026 by showing your gratitude. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Teachers give their time, money, and hearts to help students succeed. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other grocery store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. That's check. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
And we are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. You're listening on 92.9 FM, 880 AM, or 1400, or the iHeart Radio app, or maybe on the old YouTubes. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. All of the shows can be seen on the YouTubes. 2026 Senior Bowl is coming up tomorrow. However, the practices and all the fun things, the scouty things, are all done.
There might be a live stream for the game.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that might be a thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe get David Smith involved.
There you go. There you go. What time's the game tomorrow?
2:30 Central, so it'd be 3:30 Eastern, I think. That Central thing boo-boos me real bad. I'm not used to being in a time zone that's not the Eastern time zone.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there are no more trains. Can we do away with that? I mean, I think we can just do away with time zones.
There are no more what?
Trains that matter. I mean, yes, it's a train, but it doesn't have a conductor. Nobody cares about train schedule. That's why we did time zones, what we did, and sunsets and all that crap. Oh, you don't want the sunset at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Don't live on the West Coast. Ta-da. Gotcha. Don't live in Alaska. It's dark half the time there anyway.
Okay. All right. 3:30 Eastern tomorrow.
That's okay. That's what. I got it right. So,
Bill Workman.
You know what? Keep living on the West Coast. I finally figured it out.
No, thank you, Bill Workman, for sharing that with us. So 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. Take a look on the. How far do I have to move?
Well,
jeez.
If you'd stop moving yourself, it would stop being a problem.
Yeah. Well.
I'm telling you.
Sorry. I'm
one of these days. I'm gonna end up. I'm just. My lot in life is Jason takes Spencer around on a camera.
Anyway, tomorrow, 3:30 is the Senior Bowl. Jeremy was down there for the 3 days of Senior Bowl practices. Has taken it all in and is ready to name his all Senior Bowl team for 2026. So the quarterbacks, he said before we started, the quarterbacks don't need to be talked about much at all. So let's just start there. The quarterback of the all Senior Bowl team.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do this, we got to do it right. We got to name the captain first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One, Ted Ezekiel Hurst.
Nice.
Wide receiver, Georgia State. He was the best offensive player all week long.
Mm-hmm.
He was an absolute dog. Nobody could defend him. He's 6'3", he's fast, he's long, he's lean. It didn't matter who went up against him. He was fantastic. Funny thing is, I liked him coming in, and nobody seemed to know who he was. And so for day one of the Senior Bowl, I'm just sitting around going, "You want to talk about Ted Hurst? I can talk about Ted Hurst. I'll talk about Ted Hurst all you want to."
I still find it so weird that that's the one guy that I opened up that roster, and he was the first guy that my eyes went to and went, "Hey, there's a Georgia State wide receiver. I wonder if he's any good." Yep, he's pretty darn good.
Somebody asked me how high he could go yesterday in an interview, and I'm not going to lie, I did so many of them yesterday. I don't remember who it was. At one point, I got interviewed and didn't know I was being interviewed because I didn't know there was a microphone behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Really glad we didn't say anything screwed up at that point. Maybe don't do that, Emmanuel Ajo.
Right.
Maybe stop doing things that you're not supposed to. That's not who it was, but Ted Hurst was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I was asked, how high can he go? I think he can get in the top 50. I think he could go that high. Because he's past Jacoby Lane, clearly.
Yeah.
You couldn't watch those two and go, Player B is player better than player A. Okay, then you're not going to take him over him.
Good for him.
The only thing that could push him down is that there are so many receivers on these teams that were so good.
Right.
I only have one more receiver on the all. Oh, that's not true because I forgot I have 2 wild cards. I have 4 receivers on this team. Malachi Fields, who we talked about a lot from Notre Dame, big body, didn't have a great day 3. He's really fluid. He was, at one point, he was the fastest player that had been timed on the field at 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb. I mean, smaller corners didn't have a shot.
Right.
He did, in that last day, there was more physicality. It got more into the body, and I started seeing some of the things I'd seen on tape. It's fine. It's fine.
So Malachi Fields is your number 2 wide receiver.
Kevin Coleman Jr. from Missouri is my 3. You know I don't love small receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and look, Coleman's 5'11". He is so nuanced in how he runs routes. And it's stupid things, too. It's not even the footwork. It's nothing like that. He had a route in the one-on-ones. They were doing a red zone drill yesterday. And I don't remember who the corner was that he was going up against. He was covered the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only so much red zone. There's only so much end zone. He just kind of gears down, and a corner just runs right by him. I'm like, I haven't seen many guys do that because most of them are, I have to go 110 miles an hour on every rep. He just kind of locked eyes with the quarterback like,
yeah, I'm going to hold back.
I nailed him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just, gotcha.
Nice.
He will be a starting slot corner in the NFL. I think I'll say Kevin Coleman's range is probably 75 to 100, solely because there are so many guys that I do think can play on the outside, and he is slot specific.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good route runner, has really good hands.
All right.
And then the 4th one is your best good friend.
Yeah, Josh Cameron.
Josh Cameron. So I always get scared when a guy that I really trust his opinion and played in the league and trained this kid looks me in the eyes and goes, you're not going to like how that one ages. Mark Clayton did that to me at Dudley's Friday.
Yeah.
Because Cameron came up.
Right.
Because Cameron's helping. He's one of the influencers for Live, Mark's headphone company.
Right.
And he said, well, he's from here. He's a Dallas kid. Dallas, Houston, one or the other. I can't remember which one. But he's trained with Mark getting ready for Senior Bowl. And I said something about, I don't think he can separate over the top, and he just kind of laughed and went, you'll see soon enough.
Really?
It took 3 reps for me to go, oh, bother. I've gotten this one wrong.
So the separation thing's not an issue?
He has that running back build. And, I mean, he's always going to be a yak god. That's where his future is.
Mm-hmm.
But he does those subtle things over the top that the questions with him are the same things I heard about Amon-Ra, that I've heard about a handful of other guys, that you don't have the top end speed, but if you really hone your craft and you're really good in the film room and you really deep dive, you can get past it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really defended him well all week. Every time you saw 34, you knew that kid's a walking highlight.
Yeah. I knew he was great. He was, I don't want to say great. I'll say really good at the contested catch thing. His hands were the first thing that I was drawn to when I started watching his tape. And I know how you don't like it when people do the uniform scouting thing, but I couldn't get Denzel Mims out of my head.
Oh God, don't comp him to that. Him and Denzel Mims could, in terms of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Mims didn't have the nuance. He was a big kid, and he was really fast.
He had the hands, and he had the sideline.
He didn't in the NFL.
Presence. No. I'm saying in the process. Like when I first saw Denzel Mims, when we were leading up to that draft, was that the 24 draft, 23 draft?
It's been longer than that.
Anyway, when I saw his tape, I was like, oh my God, this kid can catch everything. But he's big, and he doesn't look as fleet of foot against the corners. And so that's what I saw when I saw Josh Cameron. I was like, well, he can do all of the things, but I don't know if at the next level when he has to face a Christian Gonzalez or somebody like that, if he's going to be able to make the move to get some separation to catch those balls down the field. And if you're telling me Mark Clayton says that that's no longer a problem, then this kid just went further up my board.
Well, the funniest thing, the funniest thing was that what Clayton told me was watch his hands,
mm-hmm.
and I couldn't stop because he presented his hands later than every receiver at senior, and that's one of those things that I look for out of receivers because a lot of times when you're targeting a ball and you're getting your depth right and you throw the hands up. A corner that's not in great position and hasn't turned his head around, all he's got to do is look at your hands.
Yeah.
So if you don't flash your hands until the last second, they don't have enough time to get their hand in there. He did that to, I can't remember which receiver it was. Or corner, the Tennessee kid. Colton Hood. He did that to him twice. And and every time I watch those reps back, I just went, that's what I want out of a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be predominantly in the slot, but I think he can play all over.
Okay. All right. Let's stay with the pass catchers here. Your tight end on the 2026 All Senior Bowl team is?
You know who it is. Sam Roush.
Mm-hmm.
They don't call me the tight end whisperer for nothing. By the way, Logan Paulson and I feel like we're going to get Netflix or somebody to pick up our rom-com of tight end loose morals. He's the tight end, I'm the loose morals. We hashed that out while we were around the Senior Bowl.
That's very nice.
Roush is one of the best blockers in this class, and he has really soft hands. He's also a fleet mover. And this is another. It's a helmet scouting, but it's just the way it is. Schools tend to recruit guys that are similar.
Yeah.
Think Kobe Fleener if Kobe Fleener could block.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
That's what he is. He's built like him. He reminded me of him.
Nice.
Probably also didn't hurt that I saw Kobe Fleener in this game a handful of years ago wearing the same helmet.
Mm-hmm. Tanner Cozio got a whole lot of positive pub out of this weekend.
He's going to be a matchup nightmare. Because he's going to play that move tight end,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know how slot guys deal with him because he's so big. He's 6'7" and some change.
But Roush is the more complete player.
Oh, yeah. You don't compare those two because that doesn't go well for Koziol.
Okay.
Koziol kind of looks like, all right, if I've been told that my analogies are getting more vivid and creative as time goes on. If you put a giraffe in a jail cell, when it got out, that's how Tanner Koziol runs, and that bothers me because he's very upright. And I'm scared. One of the reasons I don't love guys that are that tall, you can get your head knocked off your shoulders because your target is so big. So you get a safety, you get one of these headhunter safeties, Kyle Hamilton, somebody like that. He's got a bullseye on his chest, and I can put your lungs through your back. And he runs so upright that I don't know how he protects himself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say I didn't like him, but if Sam Roush, how do I put this? I really want to paint a word picture here. When I would see Sam Roush, I would hear Whitney Houston songs in the back of my head. You're different, and I like you a lot.
All right, your 2026 Panini Senior Bowl
it's
team.
not a sandwich company. It's a trading card company.
Yes.
Although, if you would like to give us sandwiches next year, instead of just a frame where we make our own trading card, do that with a sandwich.
Did you make your own trading card?
Yeah. Well, there's a big frame that you could do social media content from.
Yeah.
So we have some videos of me talking through it.
Okay. It was just a stand-up.
Yeah. Although that would be cool.
That would have been cool if they'd have made you your own trading card.
Yeah, Molly, next year, I've already got the format. They're going out on our social media right now of all the guys that are on the All Senior Bowl team.
I would love to have a Panini original exclusive Chet Baker NFL Draft Scout trading card.
Can I wear my Monroe High School all-district honorable mention long snapper?
No doubt about it. Don't forget the visor. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400, the 2026 Senior Bowl all Senior Bowl team. Continues after this with the Hog Mollies.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Kellen in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow three, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they were 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media. Even twice as many teens than TikTok. And that reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for your business. Radio's here now more than ever, and iHeart's leading the way. Think radio can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio, where the reach is real. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time, just call 844-844-iHeart and get radio working for you.
Before it was vintage, it was a revolution. This smells like the 90s. A decade that tore up the rulebook and defined a new world of alternative. Nirvana, Alanis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With commercial-free weekends. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
We treat star athletes better because they're better people.
That's not fair!
Life isn't fair, kiddo. Get used to it.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. We got a snowstorm coming our way. Everybody make your preparations now.
I made my preparations. You know where I did it? Ingles Supermarkets.
That's right.
Find them online, ingles-markets.com. Ingles Markets, low prices. Love the savings.
Yes, indeed. I had to hit up the Ingles as well before the show today. Just
my
to make
wife
sure
did it for me. She's so good. She knew how over being on the road I was.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me a text last night. I went to Ingles. We have all the things you need, all the frozen pizza, all the sandwich stuff.
Frozen pizza, that's your go-to? You love the frozen pizza?
Well, we live in one of those. I mean, and look, I'm not trying to jinx myself here because, for the love of God, I can't handle a power outage. We live in a neighborhood that's on a really big grid. So even if we lose power, it tends to come back pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And there is little that I love more than to just look outside and go, I don't have to go anywhere, and throw a DiGiorno in the old oven. and then wait for the heartburn to kick in and steal my will to live.
I was going to say, did you get a case of Pepsid to go along with that?
No, but I have about 200 beers in the truck that I plan on there being 4 by Monday.
And that's to combat the heartburn?
No, it's to combat Dallas.
Yes.
See, right now Dallas is it's on that periphery of, do I become a repressed memory or do I become a memory? We got to drown that. That's got to die.
We got to repress that thing.
I need
hard.
my first on-site Shrine Bowl to be 2027. I just need to have some weird flashbacks of players that I really liked.
Speaking of players that he liked, the all Senior Bowl team from this past week, the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl, offensive lineman starts with Max Ironacre. A guy who I didn't know. I didn't know that he didn't play high school football.
Nope. He was a basketball player.
That's crazy. He didn't play high school football and then went to junior college, and that's where he started playing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only been playing football for 2 years, 3 years?
I think he's on year 5 because he's been in college.
Okay.
He's been in college for a minute.
Okay.
But look, there's a lot of raw to like about him. I thought he had a really good week. He held up in the one-on-ones. And I'll be honest with you, when I see guys like that, that's what I want to see. I want to see how you hold up against the best of the best. Because it will tell me a lot about technique. Because if your technique's really bad, it's going to show. And his didn't. Am I telling you this kid's going in the top 40? No. I think it was Daniel Jeremiah had him in the first round, and DJ's the most accurate mock drafter in the country. But even I looked at that with him and went, no. And one of the reasons I said that is because there are several tackles in this draft, like the other tackle on the all 2026 Panini Senior Bowl team.
Uh-huh.
We have a loving name for him. It's brother, sister, cousin Jennings Dunker.
Brother, sister, cousin.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, because we kin somewhere. I said it weeks ago. His maw and my paw, or my maw and his paw. I don't know which one, but it somewhere down the line, 23 and me will tell you, me and that feller are related.
Yes.
He looked at me. I wasn't even going down for an interview with him, and he looked at me like,
I know you,
brother.
He's like, I've seen that guy somewhere before. Oh yeah, it's called a mirror.
He's such a dog. I love Iowa linemen because they very rarely have any miss. Because even if they don't pan out where you intend them to be, because they're all tackles. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that happens, but somehow every guy that comes out of Iowa is a tackle. I'll just slide him inside. Because he bends well enough, I think he could be an all-pro guard. I think he's going to be a borderline all-pro right tackle. He's just got a mean streak. And I didn't see many losses over the week out of Jennings Dunker.
Okay. All right. Center of the line.
Samuel Hecht, center out of Kansas State. I'm not as high on him as everybody else, but it's not for the reason that you think. He's on my all-Senior Bowl team, not because I think he was the best center here, but because I think he's the one that had the best week.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Slaughter was the best center here. I mean, it was super obvious. I don't necessarily think he did himself. Like, I'm not looking at him now going, oh, he could slide into the back end of one. No, you just confirmed where I thought you were going to go, which is about 50. Samuel Hecht went from, are we sure he was the best one to be here, to, oh, no, yeah, we're good. Probably early day 3 guy now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he had a lot of really good reps. He has a ceiling to me that is a little scary. But he has a nice safe floor of he's going to play in this league for quite some time.
No. All right. And the guards.
Guard is where we go a little off the old beaten path, because my first one was Kalen Rutledge out of Georgia Tech. Now, don't take him personally. Take his game. Do you remember it? Richie Incognito.
Yes.
That's kind of who Kalen Rutledge reminds me of, because he just plays every snap like it's the last one he's ever going to play. They had to stop practice to go, dude, enough. Because he was trying to fight everybody.
Oh, gosh. Like fist fight him?
Oh, I mean, he was throwing dudes around. He was yipping. And it got to the okay. And I don't know what he said, but at one point a coach came over and went, enough.
Right, like you need to calm down.
But he showed the mean streak that I'd seen on tape. I had him as a top 100 guy coming into this, and all he did was confirm it for me.
Yeah.
There are a lot of linemen in this class. I disagree with a lot of the rest of the industry on that. I think there are 20 future starting offensive linemen in this class. And they're spaced out pretty well, too.
Mm-hmm.
Not a ton of left tackles, which is ironic because I'm about to take a guard that played left tackle.
All right.
Jude Bowery.
Jude Bowery from Boston College.
A man that size should not move that way. Now, I don't think he can play tackle. I know he can't play left tackle. I think he projects best as a guard.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him run he ran some reps as a guard. He had played tackle at Boston College. I was really high on his tape. And this is going to sound really stupid, but I swear to you it's true. When the college football game came out, my first dynasty, he was my transfer left tackle. And I didn't know a ton about him at the time because he hadn't really shined on – Boston College is one of those weird places that they have a handful of NFL-level guys every year. And I actually started watching his tape because he was my left tackle on the video game. And then the more I watched him, the more I went, huh.
That's actually not a bad way to get to know some dudes. I never would have known who Roman Hindy was until he won a national championship for my Tar Heels on College Football 25.
Yeah, those Indiana running backs are real good.
Uh-huh. Well, this was when he was still at Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And
I only said that because we're getting ready to do running backs, and the Indiana kid is Kalen Black. He was not one of my running backs, but he was close.
All right.
In the chat, putting in work with Bill Workman asked, no Trey Zune. He got hurt on day one. His day one was really good, though. He was one of those that tapped after one day.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to put guys that tap. Doesn't always work.
Yeah. Your overall winner at running back?
Mike Washington Jr., not close. I'm telling you right now, he might be two.
So he's surpassed Nick Singleton for you.
I'm not quite there. That's why I said he might be too.
Right.
He's surpassed everybody else.
Okay.
I cannot stop seeing DeMarco Murray. And it was funny. The more I said that to people, they went, damn, you're right. He does run that way. It may be because he's wearing a red helmet and he's a bigger kid because he's over 6'2". He's thickly built.
Mm-hmm.
But he could absolutely fly. The funniest rep that I saw all week long was a running back pass work drill. And I can't remember. I think it was Heineke. I think that was the linebacker. This poor kid had absolutely no chance. Very rarely do you watch a kid run a route and you go, okay, every step you took was not right. Just take everything you just did and do the exact opposite next time, and you'll be in way better shape because that was horrific. But then he gets the step on the kid. He tries to catch up. And he dog-walked him. He was one of the fastest players there, and he is huge. He was my overall number one running back of the week, and it wasn't close.
All right, and RB2.
Seth McGowan from Kentucky. I had not been as high on him coming into this week. He just does everything well. Like every rep I saw, and he's not polished by any stretch of the imagination. There were a handful of other guys that I considered. Jaden Ott, somebody's going to get a dog in Ott. I don't know why it didn't work out at Oklahoma, and I'm not going to lie to you, I don't really care. Because I liked him so much coming in that this little blip year, and Oklahoma's had a shocking number of those. So for some reason, Oregon and Oklahoma, when they miss on a transfer guy, they miss hard.
Mm-hmm.
And they wind up playing 50 snaps or something stupid like that. Ott had one of the best pass pro reps, and I never thought of him as a great pass pro guy. He had one of the best pass pro reps I've ever seen. He didn't make the team, but he would have been 3.
Right.
McGowan.
Was that the one where you said he blew up Max Anchor?
No, it was against a linebacker. I can't remember which linebacker it was.
Okay.
But, I mean, he just stuffs him in pass pro.
Yep.
And you know how I am about running backs. You have to be able to catch. You have to be able to pass pro. At least a
Workman says it was Heineke?
Heineke was the one he beat on that Washington beat on the over the top.
Okay.
I can't remember which linebacker it was that Ott got.
Mm-hmm.
McGowan was really, really good too. That's one that for me. See, my confirmation bias is different because I'm not trying to confirm. If I'm that solid on the tape, what they do here is probably not going to change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
When really smart people tell me you're missing this McGowan kid, and then I start watching him at the Senior Bowl, I go back and watch the tape at night and go, you're right. That offense was so bad that I missed him. Only position left is your quarterback. It's Taylor Greene. Mm-hmm. The other 5 were awful. By the way, I have to get this out. Don't invite 5'9" quarterbacks to the Senior Bowl because Diego Pavia couldn't hit water off a bridge. It was comical. I mean, he's having to bail out on every play. The poor receivers are just looking at him going, what are you doing?
So didn't do himself any favors.
Diego Pavia. I said future UFL MVP.
Yeah.
No, that's future
UHL delivery man.
I can't disagree with it. People, anytime somebody says he's a gamer, I'll give you a dirty little secret about me. If your analysis of a guy is he's just a gamer, I probably hate him.
Of course.
Because when you use that, you know what it means? He's little. He doesn't do anything particularly well, but he just competes.
He's a winner.
Sweet. Your local YMCA will love him 3 years from now as the all-time flag football quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't belong within 100 miles of an NFL roster.
It is the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. It is 2026 All Panini Senior Bowl team. We'll do the defense when we return.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast. Thunderstorm warning this afternoon through early Sunday morning. Most of our snow tomorrow, though. Might start as a little rain later this afternoon, this evening, 40, but quickly over to snow tonight, tomorrow. Blowing snow, maybe even some drifting snowfall, and still think probably going to be in that 5-inch range, probably 2 to 4, 5 inches, somewhere around there. Some may get a little bit more. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Ciders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Ciders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Ciders. There's nothing like it.
Listening to your favorite podcast
and taking your favorite radio station with you to the gym or across the country.
That's one app.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Stop paying for apps you don't need.
Rediscover the app that's probably already on your phone. iHeartRadio.
The #1 app for radio.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
It's going to be another weekend of winter weather for western North Carolina as Winter Storm Gianna has her sights set on most of the state. Mark Starling here from First News on 570, and you can keep your radios tuned to WWNC throughout the weekend for up-to-date coverage on the storm, the impacts, and the timing. Make sure you're following us on social media as well, and remember, download the iHeartRadio app and make WWNC your #1 preset to stay up to date with the very latest on Winter Storm Gianna. Stay home, stay warm, and keep those radios tuned to News Radio 570 WWNC.
Welcome to the Ingalls Table, a delicious destination with recipes galore. Need to whip up a dessert, entree, side dish? No problem. The experts from the Ingalls Table take you through it step by step with expert tips and advice along the way. Find the Ingalls Table at ingalls-markets.com or swing by the store and pick up your free copy of the Ingalls Table magazine. And let's get cooking.
Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. He's a big old biggin.
Biggin.
Obviously we're talking about offensive linemen.
No doubt.
2026 Panini All Senior Bowl team. Jeremy, back fresh from Mobile, Alabama. You know what they don't have in Mobile, Alabama? Balls. At least not like the ones they have over on Cox Avenue. 135 Cox Avenue, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. They are your home for the best balls in town. We're talking about the Bear balls and the Moink balls. Pretty much everything on the menu is fantastic, but you have the meatballs wrapped in bacon with whatever that lovely spice that they put on that stuff is. Fantastic. You can actually get any of the sauces on there because they have the little sauce buffet right there. You can just get whatever one you want. I love the Texas pepper sauce. You can go after the ghost pepper sauce, whichever. You know, we got winter weather coming in. Maybe before the weather hits, head on down to Sweeten Creek Road or to Cox Avenue. They got 2 locations in town. Go get you some bear balls for the winter or for the winter weather event. Get you some of the best meat in town. All of their meats are fantastic. They got the best pit masters around, and their sides are better than the meat. I know that sounds hot takey, but Jeremy, you missed it 2 days ago. We had a sales meeting here, and they brought in Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue to cater the meeting. They brought in a giant bowl that was bigger than my head that had that broccoli salad in it. I considered stealing the whole thing. I didn't. I left some for other people. But that, my friends, is one of the best creations you will ever taste. BearsBBQ.com. They are the official barbecue of the Sportsocracy. And don't forget, if you're making plans for the big game, February the 8th, they'll have it on at the Back Alley Bar. Go down there, get the best meat in town, enjoy all the libations. It's going to be a great time. BearsBBQ.com. They ain't got nothing like that in Mobile. You know it, and I know it. What they do have in Mobile, though, still, is a whole bunch of really good football players, aside from Diego Pavia, apparently.
He was very not good.
And Jeremy has selected the best of the bunch. And on the 2026 Panini All Senior Bowl team, the defense.
Old captain, my captain, and I'm not going to lie, this was really tough. Because I had 3, and they were 1A, 1B, 1C.
Okay. Overall winner?
Lee Hunter. 6'0", 320 pounds. I'm telling you, that dude is going higher than you think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's firmly in round 1 now. I did a informal, unofficial, non-scientific poll of all the scouts that I talked to. Every single one of them took him over Caleb Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them took him over Peter Woods.
Mm-hmm.
That one I did not expect. The former, that was confirmation bias.
Okay.
But, I mean, Lee Hunter was an animal. Nobody could block him. He was fantastic. Now, the question is, who were the other two? And you know what? Screw it. It's my list. I can do it my way.
Mm-hmm.
The co-captains. Kyle Lewis is a super unbelievably close to.
Mm-hmm.
And coming from a West Virginia guy, for me to say that about a Pittsburgh guy is tough for me.
Is he really going to be a Swiss Army knife at the next level? Because I was reading the take of one scout that went from Minnesota, who was probably hanging out with Quessy while they were down there.
Yeah. Wonder what that feller's doing now. Hey, you need a job.
Who compared him to Josh Metellus?
I could see that.
Who moves all over the place, plays defensive line, plays linebacker, plays safety.
I don't often do this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where Kyle Lewis ends up because I know who's going to take him higher than anybody else.
Okay.
Tennessee Titans.
Really?
That's a Robert Sala linebacker if I've ever seen one. He's just everywhere.
Yeah.
He is absolutely everywhere, and he does not have linebackers like that in Tennessee. And I'll be honest, I'm not quite to the I'm going to project because you got to remember he is still short. Okay. I mean, it's a kid that came in under 6 foot. He was 5'11", 6, I think. So he's still a little short. He's only 224 pounds, but I'm telling you, that kid was all over the field. We did not go through one circuit, one-on-ones, team drills, whatever, where we didn't say 31. I mean, it became a running joke. Hey, who picked that? Oh, 31 again? He's real good at football.
All right, and then the other co-captain.
Nadeem Tucker, edge rusher out of Western Michigan. It was 31 and 11. Lee Hunter, we all knew his number. The other two were a little bit more unheralded, and so they really did themselves some favors. I think Lee Hunter made the most money. That was my tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and I'm not going to lie, this played more in than you wanted it to. I already had his player card done, so it was the easiest one to get out last night when I was really, really CP.
Mm-hmm.
I got the rest of the weekend to get the rest out. So that was kind of a tiebreaker. That's how close they were. Tucker has just got, he's got everything you want. Out of an edge rusher, I don't see a way he lasts past 75. He will go higher than you think. He will go higher than names that you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go one step further. He'll be ahead of TJ Parker in my final big board.
Really?
I'm not sure how close it will be. Depends on when I get in there and go, how much do I like this edge class? And weigh that out. If you tell me right now I pick 50, I have to go Nadeem Tucker or TJ Parker, I would run that Western Michigan card up so fast. I would look like the road runner running away from the coyote to get that card to the podium.
Very nice. All right.
Now, I've said one of 3 positions, so you're going to have to tell me where you want me to go from here.
Let's stay on the defensive line.
Okay.
Since Tucker was the last one.
This would probably have been my 4. Then we'll just go ahead and knock out my 5 because he also plays the same position.
Okay.
Zion Young from Missouri. One of the hardest. I added 2 wild cards because I didn't know how to pick between Zion Young and Derek Moore from Michigan. Zion Young has it all. Derek Moore's really more of a power guy, and he did it's kind of a compact guy, but he was just so powerful. Zion Young has the entire arsenal of weapons. If you tell me he goes in the first round, I believe you.
Right.
You will get 0 opposition from me because I see how a team in the 20s goes. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
When you win reps that consistently against the best linemen in the country, that tells me a lot. He also did it in the SEC for an entire season. So.
Right. All right, so we got one more defensive lineman.
We actually have two. Bryson Eason from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He was a late ad. We didn't know who he was. So they did not give us an updated roster. So I want to say he was 21. I think that was the number he wore.
Okay.
I can check because I think they finally. Nope, they never put him up there. I'm shocked. No, it's 20. 20, my bad. He was number 20, and literally the entire day yesterday, people just kept asking me, who is that? He was a
He didn't have a
wrecking
Tennessee
ball.
helmet on?
He had a Tennessee helmet on, but we didn't have his name.
Oh.
He was a late ad, so we had no clue who he was. Then, now that we've all, gone back home, they went, oh, yeah, you'd probably like to know who that was.
Mm-hmm.
Here, for your future content, here is this feller's name. I heard him called a lot of stuff yesterday because we couldn't see the nameplate. The nameplate was so small from far away.
Right.
I kept trying to get with my binoculars, and he would turn, and then something else would steal my attention. I think in that one day, he made himself a good amount of money. There were a ton of defensive linemen, I could have said. Those were the ones that I was the highest on. Then we get into Gabe Jackus, which is going to be a shirt. And in my head,
last name.
It's don't be a Jackus, be a Jackus. Spelled
the same way.
Nope.
Or are you going to spell them different?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, look, I did a lot of content with the Commanders over the week. I couldn't stop seeing him in Washington. He's just, for me, 71 is the one. Here's the pick in Washington that I go, that's Gabe Jackus. If he's on the board, that's who it should be.
Right.
Because I think he fits what that defense is already built to be so well. He's a stand-up edge. I don't know how well he's going to hold up against the run, but that's why you can get him at 71 instead of having to get him at 17.
I was going to say, were you standing there with Logan and just like holding Logan by the shoulders going, look at him! You tell Adam what you saw!
I didn't have to.
Okay.
I didn't have to do that. I will say that was the coolest. I can't believe I haven't told you this. We have officially gotten Bill Workman his first interview. He was on with me with the Commanders because they were just obsessed with this analytical formula that he has.
Right.
So his first non-us interview was with Washington.
Nice.
Which I was that was my proudest moment. I was like, don't ruin it. But the other cool part,
and now
was
they're going to steal him away from us, and now you ruined it.
I did threaten that multiple times. You know why we don't put his rankings out? Because I'm afraid you'll figure out how smart he actually is, and you'll figure out that you can pay him more than I can, which is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He does it for the love of the game, and I appreciate that. The other part was having Bill and Logan and all these guys sitting here watching it together. And Bill's the analytic guy. Logan's the guy that played in the league and has gone through all these things. He knew half the coaches. By the way, Willie Gay, if he ever gets a DC job, I got 5 snaps left in these knees, and they're all yours, big boy. He was fun.
He had you all fired up.
Oh, my God. Him and the linebacker coach from Indianapolis. Luis had an interception either yesterday or the day before. I don't remember which one.
Mm-hmm.
The linebacker coach for the Colts was dead even with him when he picked it off. Luis runs the rep out. He probably went 70 yards. Linebacker coach passed him. I mean, dude's like 40-some-odd years old, and he is just Deion Sanders high-stepping it to the end zone. And I went, maybe that guy gets a snap. Willie Gay still gets 4, but that one gets 1.
All right, and that leads us to the secondary?
No, we'll go to the linebacker because I got one linebacker left. It's Jacob Rodriguez.
Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech.
The reason that he wasn't up there with the rest of them, yeah, he was great. I don't think he was that much greater than I thought he would be. And maybe it's because I'm swayed by Bill. I mean, Bill's got him in the top 10. So seeing what he did, I don't have him that high, but I think he's probably going to go in the top 40. He strikes me as one of those first 8 of the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that traded out of the first round. They let one of the bad teams trade up to get a guy with a 5th-year option, and they fall back and take Rodriguez, and they walk away. And Detroit, by the way, is the team that Detroit's the team that's in my head. and they walk away and go, I'm good. I mean, he just does everything.
They'd have the dueling Rodriguez's at that point.
Have Malcolm and Jacob. Now we're to the
secondary. Yes.
Julian Neal, Arkansas. I loved him coming in. This one, I will straight up tell you, this is confirmation bias. Because I like big corners. Not as much as I like big slots, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Sorry, I can't help it. I've been trying to write the song for 3 days. Julian Neal is a big, physical Seattle Seahawk type corner, and that's exactly what I like. And I don't know why everybody's not on him. I mean, I look, I see the flaws. Every one of these prospects has a flaw. I don't understand what it is about him that people aren't falling in love with. Because I think he's so – now, if you think he's going to get flagged a lot, okay, maybe. He didn't this week. And they were very flag happy this week. But then you take Julian Neal, who's 6'2" and some change, thick-bodied kid, and then you find the Mighty Mouse, which is Malik Muhammad. He's going to come in and be somebody's slot corner, and he's going to make life really annoying on your slot receivers. McShay has said he's going top 50. I don't know that he goes that high just because there were so many guys that I think built a case. Because we're going to have a lot of, for me, it's 8.7 to 8.5 grades. We're going to have a lot of those this year. We're going to have a lot of 8.5s to 8.2s.
But he's a late second round, early third round pick.
He's somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah. He's just one of those that a good team should take and go, yeah, he's going to start right now. Yeah. And be really, really good.
How about my boy Ephesians?
Well, I had to choose between the biblical brothers. It was either Ephesians Prysock or
Hezekiah or something.
Hezekiah Masses. And I kind of flipped a coin. Prysock was the one that I saw more of. He did get beat a couple times, but, I mean, look, we've made jokes about his name. He's a football player, too. And Washington's like the Seattle Seahawks of college football. My God, they like big corners. Because they had him and Takario Davis. Ephesians Prysock's like 6'2.5". Takario Davis is over 6'4". They like big corners. And I thought he held himself well, even when he went up against the smaller guys. See, that's usually where the bigger guys, that's where they get dinged. Oh, you get Kevin Coleman, or you get one of these small, shifty receivers, and they just whoop you, as my Ken Jennings Dunker would probably say. It didn't happen with him. And that was impressive. Then we had two safeties. One of them, if you watched 5 minutes of the practice, you know who one of them is, Bud Clark from TCU. He was without a doubt. I almost only put one safety on this team because I didn't think anybody else deserved to be at the same position as Bud Clark because he had been so good. And then Deshaun Singleton out of Nebraska. He probably starts as a special teams guy, but his motor was very obvious to me. Also, Nebraska, maybe put a little drop shadow or something on that end. Really hard to tell what that helmet is from far away.
Yeah.
Because it's this little thin end. And a colorblind guy struggles to see it from far away.
It is the Sportsocracy. We're on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400, everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We got one more hour for the week. When we return, we will look back at a couple of the selections, or many of the selections from Jeremy's past All-Senior Bowl teams. And I feel like you're going to start to see a theme. If you don't already know the theme already, he's pretty good at this. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast. Winter storm warning this afternoon through early Sunday morning. Most of our snow tomorrow, though. Might start as a little rain later this afternoon, this evening 40, but quickly over to snow tonight, tomorrow. Blowing snow, maybe even some drifting snowfall, and still think probably going to be in that 5-inch range, probably 2 to 4, 5 inches, somewhere around there. Some may get a little bit more. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Every weekday, This is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness! Oh, nice.
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Looking for a career with stability and purpose? NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring correctional officers statewide with benefits, paid vacation, and opportunities to grow within the field. Learn more. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Greetings, agent. The state of your home's air quality requires the expertise of Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning. Here's the deal. Mention this station to get $75 off your next air duct cleaning service. Mention ESPN Asheville when calling or easily schedule online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to BearsBBQ.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Beer City's Tar Heel Station.
Off the back. Iron Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses? That's all Tech's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station. Guaranteed human.
chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. That's dollar. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, and you can see us everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. Today is
Sleepy Friday.
Oh, that's a good one. I liked it. I didn't know which way he was going with that. I thought he was going to go, thank God I'm home Friday, but it would work too. Jeremy,
anywhere but Dallas Friday.
Yep. Jeremy back from his trek to Texas and Alabama for the Shrine and Senior Bowls. Didn't get so much Shrine, but got a whole lot of Senior.
I got a lot of Shrine too.
Did you?
I got a lot of Shrine.
Well, I mean, you got the tape.
Yeah.
But did you get to the practices?
Once.
Okay. There's that.
You know, Dudley's made that whole week. Dudley's Mark Clayton.
Absolutely. Mark Clayton.
The relationships we made. Oh, yeah. By the way, I should probably tell you that.
Oh, no.
Dudley's did tell me to tell you that your presence is expected next year.
Oh, sweet. Cool. I'm in. I am in. I thought you were getting ready to tell me that, like, Mark Clayton thought I was a complete jackass and he didn't want me to. Oh, no. Did he not? Oh.
I mean, I do believe that I do believe that he mentioned the singer Little Richard and maybe said he enjoyed the movie Grandma's Boy. But it'll take you 5 minutes and you'll buzz it. There it is. There it is. He got it. I made that up. He liked you.
That was a good one.
He
like
liked
that.
you.
That's good.
Yeah. He liked you too.
I hope so.
We just sat there. We just sat there and talked ball for like 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
In every break. That's why I was late, because we were sitting here going through it. We got deep in the weeds, which is my favorite thing to do.
I mean, we need to be best friends so he can give me some of them cool ass headphones. Them things are sweet, and you know me.
There might be 2 pairs of those in Rouser.
Ooh, those are fancy too. Live.
He did not say it to me, but apparently he did say it to Megan. And now I'm like, I got back here and there was no box on the desk. And I went, oh.
It's a LIVV, correct? LIVV audio.com. They are very sweet. They're made for athletes. They're wireless headphones. They
can be wired,
right? And they've got a cool shape to it, so it's not over the top of your head; it's over the back of your head, and it's very, very cool. One of his big sponsor athletes is the next MVP of the NFL.
Went a little far.
Did I go too far with the Josh Cameron thing? Okay, all right. We'll just Senior Bowl's always a good time. I've never been, but I always enjoy seeing Jeremy's frivolities from the road, hearing the tales from the road. And over the last couple of years, you've been going down there, going to the practices, scouting these guys, and we'll just throw it out there. He's pretty good at this. The last couple of all Senior Bowl teams littered with dudes that you went, where did he come from?
You want to start 24 or 25?
Let's go 24.
Quarterback was Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
That's worked out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Running backs were Kamani Vidal and Dylan Lobby.
Kamani, I'll give you credit for that one.
Lobby's
Lobby hasn't done much yet.
He's been a nice special teamer.
Mm-hmm.
Not that anybody in this cares about that.
Right.
Wide receiver, we have our first miss, Marcus Rosemy Jack Saint.
And I ain't heard from him since the draft.
I think he might have been the guy that rented me my car in Dallas. Maybe. I'm not positive.
I don't think they let him sell cars because he's probably got he's probably got a couple of speeding tickets from his time at Jordan.
The three receivers were Roman Wilson, who had just had an amazing week, Ricky Pearsall, who's been good when he's been on the field. He's been hurt a lot, and Ryan Flanoy. Did you ever hear anybody else talk about him before I did?
Nope.
Yeah, he was pretty good this year. Tight end was Jaheim Bell. It doesn't always work. And then your offensive linemen were Tyler Guyton, Christian Jones, Dominic Pooney, Christian Haynes, and Jackson Powers Johnson. Overall, I'd say the offense was pretty good.
Absolutely.
Then we get to the defense. And, the defense. The defense was – I'm going to give you my misses first because there's not a ton of those. Nehemiah Pritchett, he hadn't done a ton in the league. Michael Hall Jr., he's done next to nothing in the league.
Right.
And I'm going to say Darius Robinson's been a miss because he's been hurt a lot. Here's the rest of them. Leatu Latu. He's been pretty good. Not better than Jared Verse, but Jared Verse wasn't at this game, so there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
Braden Fisk. Yeah, he's been pretty good for the Rams. Went to the NFC Championship game. Tavondre Sweat. Dog. Javon Solomon, who's been a nice rotational pass rusher for the Bills. Peyton Wilson, who's been a nice linebacker for the Steelers. Then we get to where wings take dream. Shal Smith-Wade, who's been decent for Carolina. Jarvis Brownlee, who was the best corner for the New York Jets this year. Oh, and then the top two corners, Cam Hart and Quinyon Mitchell. That's pretty good.
Nailed it.
That's pretty good. That was your 2024 All-Senior Bowl team.
Right.
So if you're wondering to yourself, why should I listen to this mulleted jackass when he tells me who he liked in 2026? I mean, I feel like that's a good start.
That's a hell of a hit rate.
Well, that was my first Senior Bowl. Then we got to last year. I did not have a quarterback out of sheer spite. I refused to pick a quarterback. Running back was Brashard Smith, who wound up being pretty nice for the Kansas City Chiefs. Receivers were Jack Betch, who everyone at Senior would have told you the same thing because he was like a man possessed last year. Arian Smith didn't do much for the Jets. Jalen Royals didn't get a ton of opportunity for the Chiefs. The other three receivers were Tez Johnson, Kyle Williams, and Isaac Tesla. I think I did pretty well there. Tight ends were Elijah Arroyo, Mason Taylor, Terrence Ferguson. You know what all three of them had in common? They went in the second round. None of them were projected in the second round before we came to Mobile last year.
Right.
The linemen were Anthony Belton, spot player for the Packers. He was fine. Emory Jones, who played a little bit for the Baltimore Ravens. Wyatt Millum, and Gray Zabel. Not too shabby, if I say so myself.
Right.
Then we get to the defense. Mike Greene wasn't great for Baltimore. He was actually one of the lowest rated pass rushers in the league, but I think he will get better as time goes on. The jumping competition really messed with him. Walter Nolan, who when he was actually on the field, he was really good. Shamar Stewart, who really came on late. Darius Alexander and TJ Sanders, they had smaller roles for the Giants and Bills, respectively. Josiah Stewart, who I'm sure you saw for the Rams because he played a decent amount in that NFC Championship game. Donovan Ezeraku. And then, weird. We get into the secondary, and I'll be dadgummed he did it again. Billy Bowman Jr., Quincy Riley, Maxwell Harrison, Trey Amos. Those were all hits, just in case you're curious.
Yes.
Linebackers were Jeffrey Bossa.
I was going to say you forgot Gangster Granddaddy.
And Gangster Granddaddy, who was fantastic, Demetrius Knight. Also had Billy Bowman and Sebastian Castro. Billy Bowman hit, Sebastian Castro not so much.
Yep.
That was your 25. All back then, Reese's Senior Bowl team.
All back then. All back then.
1 year ago. was actually 1 year ago this week. Or, no, 1 year ago today.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in my Facebook memories.
Going and paying attention at the Senior Bowl can help. It makes me question how so many front offices get it wrong. Jeremy's just out here throwing haters. Meanwhile, you got people who actually get paid big bucks by teams to do this. What's going on, guys? Okay, why aren't you as good as Jeremy?
I mean, look, there are a lot of people that are as good at this as I am.
Of course there are. Being a little bit of hyperbole.
It is fun, though. I mean, I'll be honest with you, even after the disaster that was Dallas, Mobile's still fun. It's fun to get in that room and in that stadium and on that field and around the guys. So we met a guy, and I'm a jerk, and I can't remember his name. I'm doing his show tomorrow. So watch social medias. I'll post a link to it. Super nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Military guy. Does a web show with another military guy. And that's a lot of what they talk about is, ties into the military and things like that. Guy had his social media stuff on a poker chip, which I thought was just brilliant marketing. I love meeting people like that. I mean, a guy was from Cleveland, Ohio. Do you know how long it takes to drive from Cleveland, Ohio to Mobile, Alabama? Because I'll give you a hint. It takes 8 hours from here, and you know how far it is to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not apples to apples because you don't have to go through Asheville to get to Mobile. But it's still quite a ways.
No doubt.
He did that through a snowstorm by himself. I love guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about Amari, the kid from Charlotte that I met last year. We saw him again. That for me is what I love about Senior Bowl. I love scouting. I'm getting tape in person, which is cool for me. But to meet these guys and girls that are they're paying their own way. They don't have somebody. They haven't gotten in this business to where, Tank and I have been blessed enough to be that we have sponsors that are, they take care of us and they make sure that we're taken care of. They're putting their own dollars out there. And I respect that in such a way. And you get to meet so many people that have so many different cool stories. And then you run into scouts for teams and other media guys. It's just a really fun week. And I had never really realized this until I had to explain it to Megan, because obviously she went with me, so I was having to explain to her what all this was. It's funny how different each of these weeks are. The three that you and I do every year.
Mm-hmm.
We have this one, we have the combine, we have the draft. This one is just chock full of media people. The combine is all the people around the NFL. So you see all the head coaches, you see all the GMs, you see a lot of players, you see all of the draft prospects because they're out there doing drills and things like that, and you get the chance to really meet them one-on-one, not just the tape. Now you actually get to see who they are as a person. Then you get to the draft, and the draft is it's like a potpourri. Because you have draft prospects, you have some different people around teams, you have a lot of former players. And it's so funny how different the three are.
Mm-hmm.
And I love all three of them for completely different reasons.
I love the draft because it brings in everybody, right? I mean,
you get old players. That's
right. Like you don't
when
have
you
so
can
much.
meet Eminem and Barry Sanders with Calvin Johnson in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that just anywhere.
Yeah, you don't have obviously there's not as much of GMs and coaches hanging around because they're all back at home in their war rooms for the most part. You have not just draft nerds that are hanging around. You have everyday NFL media. You have not even NFL media, right? You have some people that are just there for the show because it's on television, and there's personalities to talk about, and there's TikTok content to create, and we had that whole table of 20-year-olds in Detroit. I just still can't get them out of my head. All they did was sit there at that table on their phones and just TikToking and tweeting, and God knows what they were ticking and tweeting, but they were there.
Oh, that's a shirt.
And ticking and tweeting.
We will never be ticking and tweeting.
Just ticking and tweeting. Not even watching what's going on.
Ticking and tweeting sounds like something Chet Baker would be pissed at his linebacker for doing.
You're welcome.
We still have to figure out Chet Baker's voice. Mm-hmm. Tank and I were doing this before the show, and it had several different iterations. At one point, it sounded very much like Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
I need some input here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what we're talking about, Jeremy showed up to the practice on Wednesday, I believe it was.
Not all these teams want me to show up in Jets attire.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one day.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to be on camera, which a lot of people did, I do it every year. Mm-hmm. I don't know why this year it caught everybody off guard. I've done it every year I've been there. As a matter of fact, I think I wore that exact same outfit last year. I could be wrong on that. This is a little warmer last year than it was this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was freezing in that stadium.
He's wearing like a sweater vest with the long sleeve shirt underneath it, and totally looked like your driver's ed coach. So that's where Chad Baker was born.
Chet
Baker. Excuse me. We've decided, by the way, Chad Baker is your skinny brother.
Who actually was good at football?
And that's going to be Zach. Zach is going to be Chad Baker.
Oh, yeah, that's
your
good.
Successful older brother.
Oh, yeah.
But we were poking a little bit of fun at Jeremy and his middle-aged outfit. How about that?
Oh, yeah, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I have the backstory of this character is set.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know how he sounds. I keep sliding into Alex Jones, and that's not right. Tank and I have universally come together of it can't sound like this. That's not what we want.
No.
What was it you said earlier?
As you were saying that, I was thinking, I think that Chet Baker should sound more like, I don't know, an out-of-work NASCAR driver. Right? He's got that high-pitched kind of country whine to it, like, the Senior Bowl Chevrolet was great today. Like, I don't know why I've got that stuck in my head, but he needs to be a little more. So I was thinking somewhere like you get a little bit of Lou Holtz in there because he's got
that's a lisp.
It's got a little lisp in his voice. It's kind of higher pitched, kind of like Donnie Baker.
R.I.P. Donnie.
Yeah. And then you got to bring it down a little bit. So I think maybe like the pacing of a Bill Belichick or something.
You said Bill Clinton earlier. And as we got through it, I realized I was just doing Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I love about 18-year-old girls? I keep getting older.
So this is now Jeremy's chore for the weekend. Sorry, Amy.
Oh, he's already texted my wife and apologized to her. I know you haven't seen your husband in 10 days, but he's about to come home and just workshop voices on you all weekend long.
Yeah. So she's going to kill me. I know she will. But hopefully we'll at least get one good episode of Chet Baker, NFL draft nerd.
Now, what we have decided is that Chet's a little off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
So Chet's going to be our correspondent for fullbacks, long snappers, kickers, and punters.
Yes. No doubt about it. It's going to be brilliant. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what you come up with there.
The backstory is flawless. I spent 8 hours in the car on the way back here perfecting that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Creed.
Mm-hmm. 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 It's really just, huge pieces of Jeremy's backstory embellished.
Yeah, with 3 dudes that I know. I had 2 separate people ask me yesterday, am I one of the ones you're talking about there? And I didn't have the heart to go, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What is it they say that if you mimic somebody, that's actually like flattering? So
Yeah, we'll
There
go
you go.
flattering.
There you go. Yeah, you should,
I like
it's
flattering.
an honor. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll be right back on a Football Friday after this.
Jesus didn't live passively. He lived on a rescue mission. As we step into the new year, the Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow podcast reminds us that God has called us to more, to live on purpose and rise as conquerors. As followers of Christ, we're called to do the same, because discipline may be painful in the moment, but it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow, and listen now.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
It's going to be another weekend of winter weather for western North Carolina as Winter Storm Gianna has her sights set on most of the state. Mark Starling here from First News on 570, and you can keep your radios tuned to WWNC throughout the weekend for up-to-date coverage on the storm, the impacts, and the timing. Make sure you're following us on social media as well, and remember, download the iHeartRadio app and make WWNC your #1 preset to stay up to date with the very latest on Winter Storm Gianna. Stay home, stay warm, and keep those radios tuned to News Radio 570 WWNC.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. Final day of the week. Thankfully for Jeremy. He can go sleep. He's here in a little while.
I'm going to sleep then. I mean, I'm just going to wake up and basically tomorrow's snow Christmas for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to see any of it fall. All right, I'm just going to wake up on Sunday and be like, well, shoot.
Well, look at that. We got a bunch
looky
of snow.
there. It snowed 42 inches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Snow coming to Western North Carolina tonight through tomorrow evening sometime. Snow totals are not looking good. Of course, they didn't look good the last time either. But
I'm just going to make some chili, and you know what? You do what you do. Just everybody be safe. Don't drive.
Stay home.
DOT, learn from Dallas. You can't just salt things.
Our DOT is pretty on top of it.
Treat roads a lot like steak. It doesn't just need salt.
Right.
It needs more than that.
Do keep in mind, everybody, that when the snow does fall and the roads get covered, just remember you're going to have to be patient. Highways are the biggest priority for DOT. They get out there working on the interstates and all that first, and then work their way down to the majors and the secondaries and the tertiaries from there. So if you live up in the holler, sock away your snacks. Just hold tight until you can get out on hopefully Monday.
I have 2 random trivia facts about 2 of my favorite NFL draft prospects. We've basically hit everything that I wanted to talk about, and somehow I missed these 2.
Okay.
The first one is about one Mr. Jennings Dunker, also known as brother, sister, cousin Dunker.
Mm-hmm.
He joined Mike Garafolo and Tom Pelissero on set at the Senior Bowl. They discussed his mullet, what he eats, and his love of blank.
Wrestling.
That is a very good guess, but it is incorrect.
Okay.
We'll give you 2 more guesses. And I want you to look in your head at a giant, red-headed ginger, like myself, with a mullet.
Mm-hmm.
Now think of something that I find to be very icky, but most people that look like me probably don't. I'll actually give you credit for Kid Rock here if you want to just win right now. Because that's
Kid Rock?
It's not Kid Rock.
What is it?
Water parks. He went on and on and on about how he loves water parks.
And
I'm not going to lie, that dude looks like if his entire body, sans a swimsuit, saw the sun, he would spontaneously combust.
Okay, Jennings Dunker is really into water parks.
The other little trivia fact I have is about John Carroll wide receiver Tyron Montgomery.
Okay.
How many years of football has he played?
5.
Less.
3.
Less.
Is it just 2?
It's 2.
Wow.
He walked on at LSU as a basketball player. He wound up at John Carroll and decided, this be fun. He was one of the best players in Mobile. I hate that he didn't make the roster. My problem with I always hate when we get guys like that because it's so hard to see them get drafted, no matter how good they were. The South Alabama kid, same route. It's so hard to find their tape. You have no depth of knowledge whatsoever. But he was so good. He's so fast.
Being dominant against the best seniors in the country, surely that tells you something.
Oh, no, I think he's going to get drafted.
Right.
I just think it's going to be later than people think. I mean, Todd McShay said he could go in the top 100, and I went, Todd, buddy, we come on now. You're gooder than this. You know how this goes. We're going to be hot on this kid. He'll get invited. Either he won't get invited to the combine at all, which is probably where I would lean, or he gets invited and he's going to run stupidly fast, and he'll go through the drills and absolutely look like he has 10 thumbs. I've read this book a bunch of times.
I don't know that I've seen a winners column yet. Like an article about the winners.
You've seen one because I wrote it.
That he wasn't on.
And he would have been a winner for me. I don't know how I'm supposed to put a kid that I think your ceiling is you go 225 on an all Senior Bowl team. Now, would he have been honorable mention? Absolutely, because you went from there was a better chance of me getting drafted than you to I almost don't see a way that somebody's not going to call your name. If for nothing else, we learned the lesson from Efton Chisholm last year. We talked about him ad nauseum. Now, he was a better prospect from the tape, but he's also played considerably more football.
Right. I would think if he's that fast and he's got that much momentum coming off of the Senior Bowl, I would think, how could he not get invited to the Combine?
Oh, because we do this every year.
Yeah.
Same way Willie Lampkin didn't get invited last year, because what you do at the Senior Bowl has absolutely no bearing on whether you get invited to the Combine or not.
Yeah.
It should, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That is one question that I've asked people around the NFL offices, and they never have a good answer for me. Hey, why do you not just invite more people? I mean, what do you think that people like me and Tank and Cowboy Zach Hurst and Great North Sports David Smith and Jonathan Welch, I mean, do you think that we look at Indianapolis and go, no, we wouldn't want to stay for an extra day? No, who would want to go to Indianapolis and hang out with NFL head coaches and get drunk with their friends and meet NFL draft prospects? Sounds terrible. And eat delicious steakhouse food and great cocktail sauce. Yeah, it's terrible. Nobody's ever explained to me why we don't invite more guys. It's almost like it's this very prestigious club, and then we complain about who they invited and who they didn't invite every single year.
Right.
By the way, this year, if you invite more than 8 quarterbacks, we riot. Because I've looked at who 9 would be.
9.
And he makes J.J. McCarthy look like Johnny Unitas. And I don't like that.
I can't wait for the Combine. When is the Combine?
1 month from today.
1 month from today. All right.
We will be leaving on, I think we get there on Monday. And everybody can decide what day they want to leave, but I will be there bell to bell.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy will waddle his fatus to the Indianapolis airport, and then he'll fly back here. And y'all can do what you want to.
Nice.
I don't care.
Nice. You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. It is full 6 to midnight on Draftmas season.
Oh, yeah. I will not be in studio until Thursday of next week because, frankly, I'm so tired that I don't know that I've ever been this tired before. And this is not just, I didn't sleep enough last night. This is, in what world did I think 10 days was smart? By the way, you remember I'm supposed to be flying to the Super Bowl today, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have spent the entire day going, thank God for 2 months ago me who went,
don't do that.
We're not doing that.
Mm-mm.
That sounds horrible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is sad that I don't get to see Sam Darnold in his first Super Bowl, though. No. I do have a media credential.
You're not going to the Super Bowl. I mean, that wasn't like,
daring me.
That wasn't daring you.
Yeah,
that was
you don't want to do that.
You're not going to do that.
You don't want to do that because
You don't want to do that.
I'll literally just go home, tell my wife, you're taking next week off. Let's go.
We're going to California.
I'll do the media things by myself.
It is the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville on our trek to the 2026 NFL Draft. We got the Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl out of the way. Combine is a month away. It won't be long before we're partying in Yensertown for the 2026 NFL Draft. Right here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Thunderstorm warning this afternoon through early Sunday morning. Most of our snow tomorrow, though. Might start as a little rain later this afternoon, this evening 40, but quickly over to snow tonight, tomorrow. Blowing snow, maybe even some drifting snowfall, and still think probably going to be in that 5-inch range, probably 2 to 4, 5 inches, somewhere around there. Some may get a little bit more. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's Irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading Bargain liquid detergent.
Local radio isn't just music, it's your community.
The voices you know, the news you trust, and the conversations that matter.
It's all on the free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio. Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
iHeartRadio.
Welcome to the Ingalls Table, a delicious destination with recipes galore. Need to whip up a dessert, entree, side dish? No problem. The experts from the Ingalls Table take you through it step by step, with expert tips and advice along the way. Find the Ingalls Table at ingalls-markets.com or swing by the store and pick up your free copy of the Ingalls Table magazine. And let's get cooking. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Whether you've got a dog in the fight or not, everybody likes to throw down for the big game, and there's no place like the Back Alley Bar at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. Kickoff is Sunday, February the 8th. Come watch the game, dig into legendary pulled pork, and feed your entire crew with a game day grub package. Perfect for 4 to 6 people, packed with ribs, sliders, wings, and 4 delicious sides. Great food, big screens, and a warm game day atmosphere you ought not miss. Go to bearsbbq.com. Back in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. Sometimes the brain don't work. You just got to walk me straight to the point and then go, it's right here, Tank.
I did the same thing. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
It's fine. You can admit that you've missed me in the studio to have those, oh, God, moments like right before the mic turns off.
Yep.
Which is what just happened.
Yep. Hey, Jeremy. Did you know that there's such a thing as a super speeder? I didn't know that was the thing. But apparently,
I thought that was your nickname in high school.
The super speeder. I hate you. Olympic track star Sha'Carri Richardson is known for going fast on the track. But apparently, she likes to go fast on the roads as well. She got pulled over in Florida the other day and got slapped with the super speeder law. She was doing 104 miles an hour on State Road 429 near Stony Brook Parkway the other day as they pulled her over. That law went into effect just last year, where the super speeder is you're either going 50 miles per hour over the posted speed limit or you're doing 100+ miles an hour on any roadway in the state of Florida. Super speeder's probably like the cutest that's like the cutest little criminal title that you could have. Do you get like a pass for that? Do you have like a super speeder card?
I'm super
speeder. A little star next to it that says, "Hey, Jackal, stop driving 100 miles an hour." Super speeder.
My story comes from Carbon County, Utah. It's about one Rick Adams, 62, who is a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
Sheriff's deputy. I'm going to tell you the story, and then I want you to tell me what I left out. Mr. Adams was arrested. This was back in August. He's due back in court next week. He was playing cornhole in his driveway.
As you do.
How does one go from cornhole in your driveway to arrested? I did it on purpose. I did it on...
There's so many things I want to say.
This is the one with the bags and the boards. You child.
Depends on now.
Can't do it.
Nope.
Can't do any of them.
Nope.
You cannot do any of them. This was a trap. You can't do any of the things you want to do right here. And actually, what's funny?
He said.
Nailed it. The answer is you decide to play cornhole in your driveway without any pants or underwear on.
That's typically how it's played.
Bingo. So Mr. Adams decided to go full Winnie the Pooh, just out there in a shirt and no drawers.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. I don't believe I'm doing this correctly. His neighbors called the cops. This story gets so much better if you can just keep it together a second.
I'm trying.
So his neighbors called police and said, Detective Winnie over here is out here playing cornhole in his birthday suit. Well, apparently he figured out that the neighbors had called the cops, and thankfully he came up with an idea. He set up his phone and recorded himself after putting on pants and said, "This is my proof that I was not Winnie the Pooh in it." Why were you recording yourself playing cornhole? That's first question I ask if I'm the responding officer. I don't even care at this point. Why did you record yourself? But are you indeed Chet Baker and you're filming your own fullback tape to send to the Dallas Cowboys? Just out here going, "Hey, look, Ma, I made 3 in a row. I'm a cornholer."
He's sending in his tape for the combine.
Thought that would get him. I really did.
The Cornhole League combine.
Yeah, they figured out that the timestamp on the video was after the call was made.
Right.
He was arrested, as you are, and then was charged with lying to investigators. Now, there are two parts of my brain here. They're going in opposite directions. The first one is what Vic Shelton said in our YouTube comments, which was, "I'm sorry, I thought this was America. If I want to Winnie the Pooh it out in my front yard, maybe you should look that way, Gertrude.
That's right.
Maybe you look next door.
You see that flag? That flag stands for freedom.
These colors don't run, Gertrude. They don't run." By the way, that might be Chet's voice.
Could be.
I might have just figured it out.
Could be.
Wow. The other side is,
Yep.
Why'd you leave the shirt on?
Well, he didn't want to be, just showing everything.
I mean, you don't want people to see your bosoms. I mean, that's all district honorable mention fullback Rick Goober, or whatever his name was here. Rick Adams.
Now, I do have a question.
Oh, sure. I'm
Do
not trying
we
to answer
know? Do we know how big a boy was he?
I do not have a picture of him. I mean, I will Google it and see if I can find one.
Because depending on the size,
I don't think I've ever been so scared as to what's about to come up as what I just typed into.
Depending on the size of the man, maybe he thought he didn't need.
I wish I had done that.
Oh, is he a big old biggin?
Oh, I wish I had done that. No, he's not a big old biggin, but you ever take one look at somebody and go, "You're in defeat"? Like, there's no doubt. There's something about your face that tells me you like weird stuff.
Well, he clearly does.
Yeah.
I mean, just out here dangling in the driveway. Would you please?
He likes to cornhole in his Winnie the Pooh outfit. And there's a phrase that I never thought I would be able to say.
This is ridiculous.
Oh!
How many drugs does one have to smoke?
I'm just still stuck on, okay.
I'm just trying to respect the laws. They said I couldn't show my ninnies. Yeah, but what about the rest of it?
In fairness, I thought that particular fence was a little taller. I also thought it was a little cooler out here. For future reference.
Oh, jeez. Where do you find these stories?
I am really good at this. I also have them saved. If I didn't look up another one, I've got about a month's worth of these stories.
Mm-hmm.
You did it, didn't you?
No,
you Googled him, didn't you?
No, I didn't Google him. I really want to show the respect of the super chat. However, that Kyle Shanahan ananism, I do not believe. I don't believe I could tiptoe around that one enough.
It's a sin and a shame.
And a shame. Then we can't get any more descriptive.
When you exit and enter. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. Thank you, Kevin Mullen. They're always great. This is another reason why we say you should subscribe to the YouTube channel.
No doubt.
Join the House of Reprehensibles so you can take in all of the Kyle Shanahan ananisms that Kevin Mullen gives us that we can't say on FCC radio. But thank you. Also follows up all of his racy statements about one Kyle Shanahan with a question, and he says, y'all sick of Sammy D getting people fired? Wait for 30-30. Much love. What's 30-30? Can't wait for 30-30.
30-30, I think that's what the neighbor of Rick Owens' vision is.
I think he's saying the 30-4-30.
Oh, yeah.
He's waiting for the documentary to come out about how everybody being wrong about Sam Darnold led to them losing their jobs.
Led.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Leaded is the kind of gasoline you put in your vehicle.
Indeed, it is.
Oh,
why are you back? Why?
Third person that's asked me something just like that in less than 72 hours. Why did you come back a day early? Because I hate you, and I was really enjoying this.
Oh, yeah, Tank does need a nap, Gary Birch. There's no doubt about it. Mark Starling came to me this morning, and he goes, hey, so it's going to snow again. You want to do the thing and, camp out again and do all the coverage and stuff? And I went, no. I said it much nicer than that, but my head went, I want to punch you in the face for even asking me that, because I'm so damn tired right now. I don't think that we would last in the same room for a while.
It's funny. So, you've been with Starling all week. I've been with Bill Workman all week. And he looked at me at one point and said, hey, you want to do the All-American Bowl or the Hula Bowl next year? And I said, I would rather do 6 months in county jail with a cellmate that likes to snuggle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am so out.
Nope.
I'm not even sure I want to do the Shrine Bowl. I think I want to show up on the last day, then go to senior for a day, and then just come home. Like, nope. Cut this trip down from 10 days to 3. Doing my job, and I'll show up in my unemployed DMV worker shirt next year.
Well, you just dipping in and dipping right out. What are you, Kyle Shanahan?
Or Rick Owens. Let's go. Do not play this game with me. I am seriously sleep deprived, and I am a funny man.
Oh, goodness. Thank you. Thanks, Snap. I appreciate that. Snap Judgment says, I need you back in town because the most exciting thing that happened to me was a piece of plastic ended up in my coffee.
Nailed it. Yeah, but that happened to him, and he went, this is a story I must tell people.
I was just trying to give you an example of how not everything can go your way. And then Jeremy was like, well, listen, your day's not as bad as Megan, who dumped a whole gallon of Dr. Pepper on her head.
Wasn't a whole gallon, it was one can. And really, the bigger thing was that she got cross-checked by the sidewalk, and I felt super bad. Now, I don't know what I was supposed to do, short of pick her up and put her in the car. I don't know. I felt bad, okay? I felt bad. And I don't do that very often.
He does not. And there's not a lot of empathy in that guy if you hadn't figured this out yet.
I have plenty of empathy.
For
Empathy. The empathy's that's shorthand for cardiomyopathy, isn't it? Because I definitely have a lot of that.
It's really not. It's really not.
Isn't that what that is? Empathy. I read it. It's on the chart.
Sure. Sad news coming out today. I figure we mentioned it since it got mentioned 800 times in the comments. Catherine O'Hara passed away. Actress, most known for playing the mother in Home Alone. Dead at 71. It's a piece of our childhood. Unfortunately, we're probably waiting on the news about old Lou Holtz got put in
hospice care. It's just sad. Sad way to end the week.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely is. Senior Bowl week was a lot of fun. We're glad you got your fill.
I think a lot of fun's probably that's overselling it.
You still got a lot of content to put out on the YouTubes.
Yeah, we're gonna start. So I have a grand feeling. Don't hold me to what I'm getting ready to say, because once my eyes close, there is no alarm. When this temple decides it is ready to reopen, that's when it's going to happen. And that could be at 9 a.m. in the morning. That could be 9 a.m. Monday morning. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm going to let it take the wheel. We came up with this idea while we were doing those live streams at Senior of doing flash drafts. So I take a team, I open up the simulator, and I just go, you know what? I'm not ready to do mock drafts yet, but as we sit with the picks you have before free agency, this is what I'd do. Gary Birch tagged it of the Commanders will be first. From there, comment your team in the comments. Your comments help the video get seen by more people. So we're gonna try to make all of the contents, and I will try to do as many of them this weekend as I can. We will also have a live stream of Senior Bowl, so long as I have power. After Tank's unfortunate excursion for the NFC Championship game, I'm really sad that none of y'all got to hear what I said when that clock hit 0 and Sam Darnold was in the Super Bowl. Now, I would have probably been fired for it very quickly because it involved a lot of things in places that they are not supposed to go. And I said it numerous times because I was so happy for Sam. But as long as I have power, we will do a Senior Bowl stream tomorrow, just talking about players. I'll be hemmed up in the office doing stuff. And we'll have a grand old time.
Nice. Big news out of the NFL today was that the Minnesota Vikings fired GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah at a very weird time. Like, as soon as he got home from the Senior Bowl, they were like, out the door. Not going to happen. Also being reported today that Davis Webb has pulled his name out of consideration for the Raiders job.
I'm pretty sure by the time we reconvene, I might be the new head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like everybody else is just
at this point, between the Raiders and the Cardinals, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
You know why? You know why all these coaches are pulling out of the Raiders coaching search? Because they don't want to listen to their new franchise quarterback talk about his new tinny pumps for the next 5 years. They gave me new shoes, and they're black and white, and they're silver, and they have the Raiders logo on them, and I like them so much, and they're so pretty, and and they match my uniform, and they match my hat, and they match my helmet, and they match my house. I decorated my house in silver. Yeah.
So good. We will be back with you on Monday, right here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Keep it locked over to News Radio 570 WWNC for all of you locals over the weekend. We'll have all the updates on Winter Storm Gianna. Stay home and stay safe.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Winter storm warning this afternoon through early Sunday morning. Most of our snow tomorrow, though. Might start as a little rain later this afternoon, this evening 40, but quickly over to snow tonight, tomorrow. Blowing snow, maybe even some drifting snowfall, and still think probably going to be in that 5-inch range, probably 2 to 4, 5 inches, somewhere around there. Some may get a little bit more. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix Division.
Cracks, erosion, uneven slabs, it only gets worse in freezing weather. Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix is your family-owned local concrete company serving Western North Carolina. Delivering reliable, high-quality concrete on time. Visit appsiteinc.com today.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, nice.
I can't believe it!
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other grocery store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or ShowtimeSportsAVL.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or ShowtimeSportsAVL.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
At Ingles Weather, we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Winter Storm Gianna has her sights set on Western North Carolina this weekend, and we are ready to keep you up to date with the very latest information on the storm, the timing, and the impact. Make sure you're following us on social media as well for updates throughout the weekend, and keep tuned to News Radio 570 WWNC.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.